Welcome back, everybody, to Iron Fang Invasion, session, I think, 84, but that number's probably different than what Sarah has.
No,
It's 82.
Yeah, you have 82. Mine's 84 because I counted from the beginning, which we didn't record the first three, but then again, that would make us 85.
That would still be off, though. Yeah.
Well, maybe my calendar's off by one. Who cares? Session 80-something. We return to the underground area in the massive tree in the Fangwood. You guys have been slowly delving deeper, fighting different forms of fey creatures and plants, trying to get to the base wherever this dryad is, so that you can find Genduin. And you were able to, last session, rescue the quicklings that were kind of the Wendell side quest that I don't know if any of you were actually keeping in your mind or not, but his whole reason for joining you guys was to find his quickling buddies, which you did. You rescued them and his sister, and in the process you got the second ring for Dryad's song, so halfway there, 2 out of 4 rings. You're getting there. And we ended the session with you guys kind of exploring a little bit further up. You decided not to break through the one sealed doorway, and you went northwards, and around a corner, Kieran came into a room that was covered in spiderwebs. And we ended the session without really knowing what was in the room. So that's where we will pick it up, and we'll figure out what's in there. So let me just re-describe the room first. So, Kieran, as you round the corner here, you've got your blind sense, and you probably have dark vision cast or whatever. I don't know if you guys probably aren't walking around with a light. It's dim lighting in here, but I don't know if you guys care about normal light versus dim light. But you walk around the corner to this room, and you see that thick webbing crisscrosses the wide chamber, and it kind of settles heavily in the irregular corners around you. Here and there, you do see the fluorescent mushrooms that peek out from the web, same as the rest of the area that you've been in. They cast a sickly pall over the entire room. And you look around, and you don't see anything in the room. Your blind sense doesn't pick up any movement in the room. It just looks like an empty room with a great deal of large spider webs. What do you do?
I will beckon to the others that I don't sense anything, and then I'll continue walking in, I guess.
Oh, okay. No.
I don't sense anything in here, so I don't know if something's going to pop out of the walls like those dryads did, but...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I forgot about them.
Jessup forgot his accent.
I'm sorry, it was a lack of rose tea this morning.
All right, I don't know how far I need to come in. Do I need to roll perception or anything?
If you'd like to, sure. Yeah, you can roll a perception looking around the room.
So this might change because I currently have a bonus to perception for Fey. So if this is not Fey, I need to -2 to this.
No, get that out of here.
24.
Okay, 24. You're looking around, and yeah, you don't see anything hiding in the webs anywhere. You don't see anything crazy going on. It's just the webs, you can tell, are very, very large, very thick. These were not like small spider webs. And you don't see... It almost looks like this particular chamber hasn't really been disturbed by anything in at least several days. Like the air is kind of stagnant here. It doesn't seem like there's been much activity.
Okay, I don't want to get into the webs, but can I detect magic and kind of walk through the webs as far as I can?
Sure, yeah. If you kind of detect magic all around the chamber, you do detect some pings of magical sources in there. And you kind of look in the direction. Tucked into the webbing near the ceiling is a desiccated human body. And it looks like it's wearing like noble outfit, maybe. And it has a magical cloak and a magical bag around its waist.
Now, like literally human or humanoid?
It's a human body.
Okay.
It's in this square by the ceiling.
Well, the way I see it, we have the option to burn the webs down. Webs tend to burn pretty easily, but I don't know if there's anything in here that would be destroyed by burning.
Can I use my ring?
Why don't you fly up and go and grab it, Kieran? I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
What are you doing, Oran?
Use my ring of true seeing?
Sure, if you want to. Use a round of that.
Yeah, I'd use a round of that.
Okay, so you expend a round of your true seeing and you're looking around, and it doesn't appear that there are any illusions in the area. The webs are very much real, very much physical webs. The body is very much real. It's very much there. You don't detect any invisible creatures hiding anywhere.
Okay. I don't see anything.
Can I spellcraft what I detected, or do I need to get closer?
You can roll a knowledge arcana to detect the schools of magic, but to spellcraft it, it would have to be in your possession.
Okay, I don't think the schools of magic are going to be overly helpful to me. So, and it looks like they're like deep in the webs to the point where if I were to fly up and try to grab it, I would get sticky.
So the body is kind of like hanging from the webs, so you wouldn't necessarily have to like delve into the webs to get it, but you would have to cut the body out of the webs. So you would need some sort of like slashy utensil.
So, Jason, I'm going to ask, because we're all very sus of you right now, can I monster lore the webbings to see what could have created them? I'm going on a limb here.
It's going to be another one of those things that we ran into.
Yeah, I guess,
road.
And would they be like knowledge nature? So is it like a legitimate spider? Would it be knowledge arcana? So is it more of a weirder spider?
What are your knowledges mostly the same bonus?
Just trying to think. No. They
What's
are
the
kind
lowest one?
between lowest would be geography is 16, which I hope it's not that. So I'll just give you the good ones. Arcana's 18, dungeoneering's 20, and nature's 20. So I guess I'm assuming it's probably one of those three, or planar 16, I suppose. So let me just roll a d20, and then you do whatever. Jessup took a 10, so
you're kind of looking at these webs. You trying to figure out what kind of creature it is. You have no idea the precise creature. You know that they are some form of spider webs. You don't know precisely what this spider is. You would guess that given the thickness of the webs, whatever spider created them was probably at least large size, maybe huge.
So, do we want to face these spiders? I've got an idea.
Oh, what's your idea?
Well, see, spiders are usually drawn by movement on their webs. So, we just grab a handful of webs and shake them really vigorously, and I think eventually the spider will come.
that's not a terrible idea. Gideon, how about you be the web shaker?
All right. Are we in agreement, gentlemen?
Jessup pulls out his bow. I suppose.
Gideon will ready his weapons, slowly walk forward, look around once more for visual confirmation. Ever bloom be merciful, and guide my foolish actions. And he reaches out, and then will kind of start like shaking the webs with the tip of his morning star. The head of it was kind of go.
Okay. You reach out with your morning star and you start jostling one of the webs nearby, and you can see that the vibrations go all the way up to like the core of the whole web system, and then they trickle out to all the branches, and the whole chamber, all of the webs in the chamber seem to like vibrate back and forth, even from that small little movement that you made. And you wait for a bit.
Steel yourselves.
And nothing happens. Eventually the vibrations die down on their own.
Well, I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again.
Well, I think I'm happy you're wrong, I guess.
Perhaps the gods truly do look after us. Where is the man?
In this square back here, he's hanging from the ceiling. He's like, you can tell he's not living. It's a body of a person.
Gideon will touch the webs, or like how sticky and likely is he to get trapped if he wades in there trying to retrieve the body?
Well, it's hanging from the ceiling, so you'd have to...
He'd have to cast a fly spell or something.
Yeah.
Kieran has wings, so Kieran will, I guess, I don't know. I guess I could pull out a torch just to try to burn some of the webs away as I fly up. So I'll light a torch and I will fly with my wings.
Be careful. And I'll cast light. Illumination.
I was gonna say, poor Jessup.
Now I have the opposite issue. It burns.
Illumination.
It burns.
Yeah, even more so because his armor is like a disco ball.
That's true.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have to roll against his
Yeah,
armor.
why don't you? It's been a little while since I made somebody. Well, I don't know why, but this ability lets me disclude my allies for some reason. But
You just cover up your armor bits.
Yeah,
It shines
doesn't
in my
make any
direction.
sense. 10 plus your base attack bonus is the will saving throw.
That
Or
is
you're
ridiculous.
dazzled.
That should not be a scaling saving throw.
It scales, baby.
How the heck does that
Jason, you
scale?
know if Josh is going to pick something.
Yeah. It was only like 2,000 gold, guys.
No, that's so
That's
stupid
all it
cheap.
was.
I don't remember how much this was, but it was not very much. It was like I got some leftover gold. Sure, it's really shiny.
So, Kieran, you fly up to this body here, torch in hand. Did you have some sort of cutting device?
I do have a dagger. Yes, I carry a dagger on me, so I could be like cutting with the dagger,
Okay.
and then in my other hand, I kind of have the torch trying to like burn and cut at the same time. It's just a masterwork dagger, so I don't know if it needs to be anything more hefty than that.
No, that's fine. It takes a couple minutes given the thickness. These webs are like ropes, but you're kind of burning them, and they're not particularly susceptible or resistant to fire, so it just kind of takes a little bit of time, but you do manage to break the body free, and you can like kind of fly back and drop it onto the ground. And at that point, you can spellcraft the bag and the cloak if you so wish.
Okay, let's do it. Spellcraft. Is anybody aiding before I roll?
Sure.
Of course, I will.
I'll try.
Yes. What's this expertise I will offer?
Okay, so it looks like both Gideon, Oran aid, and then Jessup aids by default. So with this roll, I will have it at a +6. 32.
Okay, what were you doing? The cloak, the bag?
I'll do the cloak first.
All right, so you are able to identify this as a cloak of arachnida. It's a red and violet silk garment embroidered with a barely perceptible web-like pattern, and you determine that it gives the wearer the ability to climb as if a spider climb spell had been placed on the wearer. In addition, it grants immunity to entrapment by the web spell and webs of any sort. The wearer can move in webs at half their normal speed, and once per day the wearer of the cloak can cast web. You also get a +2 luck bonus on fortitude saves against poison from spiders.
I feel like something is wrong here if this guy had this on and still got caught in the web and died.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what you get for being prepared.
Something went sideways.
It's like didn't we find in the dragon horde though the dragon bane weapon or all that stuff?
No,
Yeah.
you found Dragonbane. Oh no, the last dragon horde. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Ibzariah.
And there was a shield that was like a dragon
Yeah.
protection
there
shield.
there was essentially an entire panoply of Dragon Slayer equipment.
Wow, where'd you pull that word from? That's amazing.
from the thesaurus that I keep by my desk at all times when GMing.
He does a little quick Google search before he speaks.
No, it's because I was reading the Overlord light novel and they use that word a lot to describe
Okay.
like
I
the
was gonna say
character's
that's-
equipment.
Yeah, I was like, that's not a regular one. That's cool.
Well, also actually this book, Iron Fang Invasion, does it because Wendell at one point I think he says that Dryad Song was one of Gendawin's panoply.
Cool. Sorry, I'm on a side tangent.
All right. One more spellcraft, boys. So Oran already aids, Jessup aids, and Gideon?
Yeah, I'll try again.
Gideon does aid. All right, so another +6, a 28 this time.
Okay. A 28 is enough to identify a bag of holding type 1.
Is there stuff in it?
If you were to reach inside and start,
A giant spider.
That's where all the spiders were.
That's in the bag of holding.
You find various coins and gems and such, all of which kind of culminate into the value of 658 platinum pieces worth of various items.
It's not too shabby.
I forget, how does reaching into a bag of holding and not knowing its contents work when you're trying to, like...
You lose your arm. Just clean
get
off.
items? Can you dig through a bag of holding, or is it like, no?
I assume so.
Okay.
Your whole being has to go inside the bag.
Checks out.
Well, I don't know. I was just curious, because, like, you can, like, think of what you want to be on top, so I wasn't sure how that magical property worked.
I don't know if that's necessarily how... I think that's how a handy haversack works. I'm just skimming through bag of holding, and I don't know if it says that stuff is placed on the top for that one. Because the amount of time it takes to retrieve an item from a bag of holding is the same amount of time. Like a specific item, it's a full round action. So I don't know if it's necessarily quicker.
Gotcha.
It's just going to carry more stuff.
So this is a classic example of a bait and switch. I don't know if that's the right word, but it just feels like...
Yeah, it's one of those encounters that you spend an hour on, but there was never any risk.
It's like the room, like the countdown, the classic. I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you push the button, the countdown restarts. Literally all you have to do to escape is just let the countdown run out.
Oh, man, that's a good trap.
It's a great trap.
All right, well, it seems that we've accomplished that task. I don't know of anything else in here that is worth our time that you guys see. I don't know. I don't see any enemies. I don't see any other bodies.
Gideon will do the quick once over with his own perception and detect magic action.
Okay. Let me look at what your perception is.
I can roll it if you'd like. That's a good way of handling things, unless you want to assume I'm taking 20.
If you want to take 20, that's fine. If you guys want to take a couple minutes to really make sure you're not missing anything. You're pretty confident that there's nothing else magical in here. That body was probably the only item had items of value on it. There are plenty of other bodies in the webs here, but they don't have anything of worth on them. There's a couple in here that are dwarf-like. There's a couple that are fae-like. There's several different options from which to pick. But you would know, especially Gideon, with your perception, it doesn't look like this chamber has been disturbed other than what you guys have been doing just now. It doesn't look like this has been disturbed for maybe a week, something like that, several days at least.
I just don't like this idea of moving on and having some giant spider be out there somewhere waiting to kill us. But I suppose that nothing can be done about it. It's not here, so we'll probably deal with it later.
Have no fret. I'm sure that the dryads will come out and slaughter us as well.
Yes, we're just kind of racking up a bunch of enemies that are probably all going to show up at the worst possible time, and we'll have to fight them all collectively rather than in, manageable encounters. So that'll be something to look forward to.
Kieran, what is this manageable encounters thing you speak of?
I've just been observing our time together, and it seems like most things happen together in encounters, and we deal with one encounter and then we move to another room and there's another encounter. It's kind of something I'm just putting together in my head.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was referring to more of the manageable.
Oh right, that was just me being optimistic, I suppose.
Unlike you, to be honest.
Well, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf now that we're in the forest. Ha.
He's funny too.
But that's a blighted leaf.
Well, I'll be honest, gentlemen. I'm not exactly excited about leaving that last door unchecked down there still. But I advocate we press on.
I mean, we'll go back to it, assuming we survive. We can check it out.
Yeah.
I just, at this point, maybe we'll be led to that, in my experience. Maybe there's something up here that will give us the key to that door, and we'll have to go through that door to fight Arlantia or you. Who knows?
Well, now that you do mention it, that kind of matches your encounter theory. Huh?
Yeah, it does.
I think you could think about life as like one encounter.
Okay, all right. We're moving on, Gideon. Nice chat.
Well, with my life renewed, I have time for many encounters.
Are you coming, Oran?
He's stuck in the spider web.
Something's going horribly wrong. There's pink shooting out of me.
That
right.
sounds.
Spider Oran, Spider Oran.
Does whatever a spider Oran does.
All right, we're continuing on.
Yep. You guys continue upwards to a larger central, corridor here that kind of winds on. You see stalagmites giving way to sharp, broken growths.
Nice, I love stalagmites. Although, is it weird that there's stalagmites inside a tree?
Yeah, that doesn't make a ton of sense.
If you observe them, they appear to be made of wood.
Oh.
Are they from the ceiling or the ground?
Well, stalagmites come from the ground, right? I always get it mixed up. The tight one.
Yes, stalactites
tight.
grow from the ceiling. Stalagmites grow
Yes.
from the floor. Just confirming.
Right. But also, are they truly stalagmites or stalactites if they're wood? I thought that was like a stone crystal cave thing.
Gideon will go take a closer look at them.
Maybe they're barkmites and barktites.
Barkmites. Sounds like an enemy we're going to face up here.
What? Oh, the bark mites.
Beware the bark bites. Their bark is bigger than their bite, but do not
Who's the bard in this party?
Lord,
bite.
Gideon, what did you put in the tea this morning?
Sorry, I don't know. Is there anything?
It was that chloroform.
Are they magical or are they just normal?
No, it just looks like they're part of the tree. It almost looks like the roots of the tree kind of grew down and then might have been warped and kind of came back up and sprouted from the ground.
Cool.
It looks like some of them might have been damaged just by people walking by. Well, not people. Fae and other creatures walking by, probably bashing into them, bending them, and warping them even further.
Is this a door?
You guys round the corner and look onwards. You see that the corridor does continue on, but to the north eastern side, there appears to be, it's like almost like a wooden gateway.
Interesting. So is this is not like the vine door that we saw below. This is different. This is actually like a wooden gate.
Yeah. It's like it's more of a doorway than the other one was, yeah.
Is there any place on this door where a key would be entered?
There's no key, but there is a latch that you think you could probably open.
Oh man, we're really racking up the closed doors behind us here. I don't know if we want to go through this one, if we can even go through this one, or if we wish to press on through the tree. Any thoughts?
Maybe it would be beneficial to continue down this corridor.
All right, I'm with you, Jessup.
Tally ho!
All right. You guys continue down there a little bit further, and you can see with your dark vision and such that it continues on. There's a little bit of an area that kind of goes to the side into a dead end with some mushrooms growing all over the place there, but
We're shriekers.
no, they don't look to be shrieker mushrooms. They're just, this whole area has blighted growth everywhere, so it looks like it goes to a dead end. You don't see anything there in that little corner, and as you get a little bit closer, you see that it does continue to open up into maybe a wider space.
Gideon will listen ahead a little bit. Perception check. Like if you can see it opens up a tad. Does he hear movement or anything?
No, you don't hear anything. No movement, no sound, anything like that.
Then he'll press on.
As you get a little bit closer there, you round the corner, you can see that this opens up to an area that is almost like a common, what do you call, break room. It's kind of like a break room or a barracks or something. You can, as you get closer, you can smell like must and decay permeating from the room, overlaid by like the reek of decaying flesh.
Oh.
And you can see that the wicker frames kind of support the ratty bedrolls to the northern and eastern walls. And a large cauldron is on a table in the center, and it kind of lightly bubbles with a foul liquid. There's also a rack along the southern wall that holds a large array of vicious weapons. As you kind of peer in, you see that the cauldron at the center is filled. It looks like a grayish liquid, and you can see dozens of like greasy mushrooms and tiny pointed ears bobbing in it.
Ugh, is it hot?
You can't tell if it's hot or not. It's lightly bubbling, but as far as heat, you can assume it's hot. But
Because it's bubbling.
yeah,
Because it's boiling or simmering.
but you don't know if they're magic bubbles.
Right, but is there not so it's not on a heat source beneath it. It's just on a regular
It's
thing.
it's just on the table there.
That's gross. I don't like that. Work detect magic all around. Some auras.
Yeah, so you detect some magical auras, mainly on the weapon rack to the south of the room.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
There appears to be 1, 2, 3 items of magical value on the weapon rack, but when you look at it, it has a wide variety. Basically, you could find 1 or 2 versions of any of the weapons in the core rulebook, like the mundane versions of them, pretty much. But there are 3 particularly magical items there as well. It looks like a great sword, a scimitar, and another sword.
Cool.
I was going to say, are those worth really taking with us?
Are they just +1s or?
If you guys want, you can roll some spellcrafts.
Might as well, just so we're not leaving behind some super fancy weapons or something. All right, so Gideon aids, Oran aids, Jessup aids. So this will be for the greatsword. +6 is a 33.
So this was the greatsword you said?
Yes.
Okay. So the greatsword you identify as a +1 cold iron wounding greatsword.
That one's probably worth taking, maybe.
That's probably, yeah.
And let's remind me of the wounding property.
I believe it is when you get a crit it does stuff.
No, it says this special ability can be placed on melee weapons. A wounding weapon deals 1 point of bleed when it hits a creature. Multiple hits increase the bleed damage. And then it talks about bleed. A critical hit does not multiply the bleed damage.
Oh.
And creatures immune to critical hits are immune to the bleed damage. So it's just bleed.
So that's a very expensive bonus that eventually doesn't do a whole lot, but still pretty cool. It's a pretty expensive item. +3
Yeah.
total. Yeah.
Next up is going to be the scimitar.
Come on, scimitar. Poor Iden. He would have loved all this.
I was just thinking
Alright.
he's rolling in his grave right
Yeah,
now.
you would. Okay, so another +6 with the party aids. 39.
Okay, you identify this as a +2 shocking burst scimitar.
Oh, he's so sad. He's crying, actually. I hear him.
Well, it's okay. We'll just take these back and then we can have Oran resurrect him and he'll be fine.
Okay, and then I can fight the true fight for their mouth.
Okay, and then finally the sword, regular sword, long sword. Is that the last one?
Yeah, there's another blade there. It is. It looks like a short sword.
A short sword. Okay.
A short sword. Short.
Short sword. Okay, so another +6 to this. 27.
27 is not enough to identify this.
He'll hold it out to Jessup. It just seems really weird that I can do 2 things and then all of a sudden it's just like I'm tapped out or something. But Jessup, if you wouldn't mind, either we can hold on to this and identify it later, or if you want to use the spell.
I could, but do we want to waste a spell just for 1 item?
Could be a battle changer.
It could be like
Gideon
a
shrugs.
+5 Spiderbane short sword with the
Vorpal quality.
Vorpal.
yeah, the
Could be
Vorpal. Yes, that's what it is. Vorpal +4 Vorpal Spiderbane short sword.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe that's why you didn't know what it was.
Maybe that's why. Yes, it's just so powerful. Yes.
All right, so Jessup casts Identify. Now, what does that give you for a check?
Okay. Show me.
45.
Tell me about this Vorpal Spider-Bane sword.
So, you identify this as definitely not a game changer, but it actually is strangely thematic for Jessup, it seems. This item is called a Gloom Blade.
Ooh.
It is black as
Ooh.
coal, and
There you go.
you identify that it grows more potent the further it is from light. So it acts as a +1 short sword in dim light. It's a +2 short sword in darkness, and it is in an area of deeper, like supernatural darkness. It is a +2 short sword that gives you the blind fight feat. In daylight or bright illumination, it loses all magical enhancements temporarily, and is just a masterwork weapon.
Frampton would have
That's
been
cool.
unstoppable.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
For
gosh.
sure.
You would have just ruined the game.
Frampton just pops out of nowhere, sleight of hands it from us, and then just bamps again.
Yeah,
Boom,
right.
boom, boom, boom.
There's just a hand that comes out of the ether, grabs it, and then it vanishes.
It's invisible. All you just see is like the swords doing the worm motion. And then
As it goes away. Yeah.
I like to think, without saying anything, an area of supernatural darkness just slowly encroaches on you and disappears, and the sword's not there anymore.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's funny. Well, I'm glad you used that spell, Jessup. That is a very unique item. Do you wish to hold on to it, or do you want me to put it in the bag?
You can put it in the bag for now.
Okay, all right.
I will
I'll
regret
stick it
this
with the other
decision,
ones.
but continue.
Well, it's always in the bag. If I die, I've kept a manifest of everything in the bag. So feel free to go through and take whatever is applicable to you.
What did this scimitar have?
Shocking burst.
+2 shocking burst. If you want to be like me, Oran, and use electricity, although I will warn you, a lot of things seem to be quite resistant to electricity, so it may not prove to be as useful as you might think.
Okay. I mean, I'm good. I don't need it. I was just curious.
All right, well, I'll stick it with everything else. He drops and you hear like clanging and bashing and noises from inside the bag.
Are you sure, Jessup? The short sword seems like it would suit one such as yourself.
Yes, but it's not as... I mean, it's about equal quality to my dagger at the moment.
Sentimental value. I can understand that. He nods.
I don't do much stabby, mostly shooty.
I could use scimitar, but I don't want it because I like Enduring Bloom better.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. It is pretty cool though. I do like the +2 and shocking burst. Is there anything else of note in this room, or do we press onward?
No, it looks like this was just a common area for probably those Blight Guard, maybe the Fawns as well, that you guys had fought before. And it would probably be a place where, like, if anybody was sent out on patrols throughout the Fangwood, if they came back to the tree here, they'd probably come by here every now and then. It looks like this room was used somewhat recently, within the past day or two, so they were probably using this before you killed them at the entrance, and there might be others further in that also use it, you don't know, but it's just a common area.
And the stew of questionable...
Oh yeah, if you wanted to look at the stew, you could give a knowledge nature check to try to identify stuff about it.
I'll try to aid somebody on knowledge nature with a... I won't aid because I rolled a 9.
Nope, you're getting in the way. Back up.
The only thing I know about food is I like to eat it.
I'm not sure you want to eat this.
Jessup, you with a 34 knowledge nature, you can confirm that Kieran would not want to eat this. You can also determine that the ears that you see bobbing up and down, there's actually 2 sets. There's a couple sprite ears, and there's a couple pixie ears as well.
Delicious.
And you think that if you were to try to eat this, it would probably not be a good time.
Yes, Kieran, I think this might be the type of food you would not like to consume. I still think it's leagues above my face fruit, but I wouldn't try it.
Also, can you give me a fortitude save, Jessup?
Wait, what?
Yeah, give me a fortitude
You
save.
breathed in the fumes.
You looked at it too long.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
With a 12,
Great.
Jessup, you turn and you begin explaining it to Kieran, and then all of a sudden you take in a bit of an extra big breath, and then you're just like, oh, and you kind of double over, and you're close to vomiting, so you're nauseated for the next minute.
Oh, I almost threw up in the stew.
I really wanted you to be compelled to eat it, so you're like turning around telling Kieran not to eat it as you pick some up and like put it in your mouth. You're like, Kieran, I don't think this is something you'll want to eat.
I wanted the anime reaction moment where they're like, "No, don't do it again!" And they're all like batting it away from you.
At the end of this book, I'm gonna have the Hannibal Lecter subtype or something.
Yeah, right.
I don't feel so well. Just give me approximately 60 seconds.
Yes, maybe don't stand close to it. Yeah, I can see the fumes. It doesn't look pleasant.
Is there a lid nearby?
It doesn't look like it.
All right.
They probably like letting it, it's like a candle to them.
It's a candle. Okay.
They've just got a bunch of mini cauldrons of pixie ears all over the place.
It's like a curry pot. They're just going to leave it on the counter and just deal with it later.
Let it stew.
Yeah. It's always better the next day, they say. That's what they say about curry.
All right, let's continue down this hallway. This creepy hallway. Actually, guys, I think this hallway is leading off the map, so we probably should go back to those doors and see what's in the doors. No, Oran! And he just falls off a cliff and dies.
Yeah.
Oran just tree strides.
As you guys are looking down this corridor deeper in, you do see that the ground here does decline steeply. It's going downwards quite drastically near the end of this tunnel. You see that the cavern is narrow here, and the walls and the woody growths kind of plunge into total gloom ahead. The whole area that you've been in, it's been like dim lighting, but ahead of you it's blackness. And you can see that the lengths of the area, there's visible, hideous blackened scars on the walls and the ground, as if it's like been stained or burned. But other than that, it just looks like it goes down into darkness.
I do not know what you mean of map, but this does seem to be a point of change.
So about those doors, should we go back and see if we can figure out what's in the doors now that we've kind of found the way that leads deeper into the tree?
Yes, I think that would be a good idea.
Oran, are you comfortable with
Yes.
coming with us?
Yes.
I know it might remind you of the Darklands and all, but
I'm sure you're nothing but giddy to go down there, but most of us would like to clear this floor.
No, I rather enjoyed my time in the Darklands.
Oh yeah, it was just great.
The time he was a dwarf.
I don't really want to go back as a halfling, but, I liked it as a dwarf.
It's fine. Your father probably won't disown you.
wow, that's very...
Well,
I don't know that was ever a question.
Hadn't really thought of it that way. Oh.
Huh, it would be terrible to be disowned by your own parent.
Or you could just choose to disown yourself from your family. That's always an option. Works out well for me.
Or your family might completely abandon you before.
Oh, is that what happened to you, or Gideon? Because I don't know if we ever knew that about you, or am I just forgetting you have said that before?
I mean, we were traveling with him for weeks before we found out he was a half-elf.
That's
I was
true.
raised by the Knights of Ozum. That's what I explained to you. I was left at the steps of the orphanage there and raised by the temple. I don't know my birth parents, but I do not miss them. Don't wish them any ill will, actually. It's not uncommon for children to be dedicated to service of Hyomade, and although some might view my actions now as having abandoned that original cause for which I was pledged, I still serve the inheritor in my own way.
If you had the choice, would you choose not to find out who your parents are? I mean, there's magic, there's divinations, I'm sure, that could be cast to give you that information, or are you comfortable with just never knowing?
I've been asked this before, actually, by mentors that I had. Because the Knights of Ozum and the teachers that I had, they were all very, very kind to me and forthright. Never once was it kept a secret that my birth parents were not there. And I had the opportunity. There were powerful clerics there. But I decided they had never been a part of my life, and whatever circumstances left them to dedicate me to the inheritor, at that time, I believed in it. So, it didn't cause me grief.
Well, you never know. Maybe they're filthy rich and they've left you a wealthy inheritance or something. That might be worth it.
Maybe. But now I have my new purpose. I serve Milani and hope to protect and defend the oppressed.
Well, part of my purpose is still finding lots and lots of money, so suppose for now we're on the same path.
Perhaps your devotion to Abadar is more serious than I thought.
Part of me is joking and part of me is not, but it is what it is, I suppose. And then Kieran barrels through this door.
In any case, Kieran, I'll trust that you'll use your wealth wisely. And yeah, he'll follow Kieran through the door.
You guys open these doors and they basically open completely wide. Like the hinges of the doors, even though they kind of look weird, they are on either side of the chamber. So it's like the whole corridor opens up rather than just a section. And looking inside, let me just reveal the area and I'll kind of describe what the area looks like.
I hope we don't regret this.
When have we ever regretted a decision?
Yeah, so...
This is where the spider is.
Eating
It's changing.
We come in, it's putting on its pants.
You guys look into this chamber, and I've revealed the whole thing, but in reality, there's like red and brown mushrooms that stand like 10 feet tall and nearly half as wide, and they just clutter around the whole chamber. It's like there's wide terraces littered with bone and carved into the walls above. Like there's footprints the size of dinner plates on the floor. And the whole chamber within is so thick with like mushroom foliage that you can't really even see that deep into it. Like technically speaking, anything more than 10 feet would have, anything within 10 feet would have concealment. Anything past that would have total concealment, except for creatures with like scent or something. Blind sense, for example.
I have a feeling that there's things in here that are going to poison me. Shall we enter and see what's in here?
Let me take a look.
Okay.
And I'm gonna expend another round of true seeing. Do I see anything? And I run back and forth while I'm doing it.
I don't believe true seeing grants any ability to see through solid objects, so it wouldn't reveal anything beyond... Like, you'd be able to determine that these mushrooms, again, are real, they're not illusions. And within the 10 feet that you can see, there's nothing really out of place necessarily. But I don't think... Well, I'll check, but I don't think true seeing lets you see through solid objects.
It's not X-ray vision, no.
Yeah, it does not confer X-ray vision. That's explicitly what it says in the spell, actually. So, yeah, you don't see anything out of place, I guess I would say, other than these colossal mushrooms.
Okay, so with blind sense, I'm going to slowly move forward, kind of sensing for anything that moves within these mushrooms.
Okay. Yeah, Kieran, the moment you step 5 feet within the chamber...
Oh, dear. They shut the doors and I'm stuck in here.
You sense movement on the opposite side of the chamber. You can't see anything. It's still completely out of sight, but you can sense a particularly large creature on the other side of the chamber, and it's just kind of staying in place at the moment.
All right, I'm going to do our hand signals for enemy inside, that we practice every time we camp. I'm going to do the hand signal for one enemy, because that's all that I can sense right now. And then I'm going to hand signal for, do I keep going or do I stay? Should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay?
Should I go?
Wait, did you do the hand signal that it's invisible?
I don't know if it's invisible. It's just hidden in the mushrooms.
Yeah, I mean, I revealed the whole chamber, but technically you can only see as far as, like, these squares.
Is it because it's dark in there?
It's because of the foliage. It's like
It's like
super
a forest of shrooms.
Forest of shrooms, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm also going to hand signal that it's large-sized. So
at least it's a large creature, not necessarily mechanically large, but it is a creature that is bigger than you in that sense, large.
All right. Well, I'm going to hand signal that. I'm going to hand signal one creature that is bigger than me, maybe not mechanically large-sized, but still large-ish.
Could be gargantuan.
Yeah, because we practice these words in our hand signals, so I'm basically just using sign language right now. And then I'm going to hand signal, do I keep going or do we leave this thing to be?
Jessup gives you a thumbs up.
I don't know what that means. Funny how we practice all these very like intricate hand signals, but we never specified what thumbs up means.
Jessup starts doing drown hand signs.
Oran will hold up the dryad's staff thing and kind of point at it and shrug like maybe there's a key.
Wait, you got that from that?
Kieran pulls out the staff of fire and indicates fireball.
You're horrible at this. Getting annoyed, Oran's gonna go, I don't know, maybe there's a key. Like, lets that out.
Meaning maybe there's a key in here we have to retrieve?
Wait, a key? Or do you mean
Maybe.
a ring?
Or ring.
Ring.
Wait, who's there?
Well played.
Jason's like, I hate
Who's
you
there?
guys so much.
So bad. Oh my god.
All right, I will 5 foot step further in. Does the creature make any movements?
Oh, we can move through the mushrooms?
Yeah, you can move through it. It's just too thick to see through. It's like a jungle.
I thought we were going to have to, like, hack them down.
I do have a reach weapon. I could do a slashy slash to slash these shrooms.
Well, Kieran, as you step forward there,
I have my glaive out.
you do sense that the creature in the back moves slightly.
Okay.
And I know you don't get a great deal of sense about what the movements are with blind sense. You just know that there are movements, but just for thematic sense, you get the feeling that the vibrations through the air and the sounds that you're hearing, whatever is in here is preparing to pounce.
No.
Okay, so help me. If this is a jub bird, I'm
As
out.
soon as you notice that, I need you to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Just Kieran, though, right?
Everybody can roll initiative, but
No, come on. Just Kieran.
If this is a jub bird, I am teleporting out of this blasted forest.
I mean, you didn't get swallowed by it, so...
Oh, 26. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
okay.
crap.
Oh, crap baskets.
Some sideways.
26 from Kieran. We
Does
got
Jessup still say crap baskets, or does he have a new saying?
Crap baskets.
I can still say crap baskets.
I don't like it.
Wow, we've got quite a spread of initiatives here. Got a natural 1, got a natural 20, and then we got 2 pretty good ones. 16, 15.
Okay, and what is Kieran's initiative modifier?
It is a plus 10, but 2 of that
Oh.
is coming from the underground.
Okay. Well, you're lucky because that means you get to go first.
Huzzah!
In the top round of initiative, Kieran, you are up first, and you get the sense that whatever is in there, you don't know what it is, but whatever is in there is probably about to charge at you, pounce at you, something like that. It's getting ready to move.
Okay, what to do? I don't know what to do. I will
Delay.
I will turn into a
And
dragon.
die.
Is this a surprise round, though?
No.
Okay.
You're aware of it, it's aware of you.
I am going to turn into a dragon.
Okay.
So, dragon form 1, and that gives me some HP.
Flurbadon the blue!
So now I'm up to
We're saved.
186.
We're Save us, Flurbadon!
All right, that is my turn. Well, no, I can move, can't I?
If you want to. You don't have to.
I shall try to sidestep it
Okay.
by 5
I
foot
would
stepping to the
say-
side.
I don't think you can, like, as a move action you could, but it would be difficult terrain in here because of how thick it is, so you wouldn't be able to just, like, 5 foot step.
Fine.
But you could, like, move action to step up.
Okay, I will move action to step there.
Okay. That's your turn.
That is my turn.
All right. It is the creature's turn. And the creature, which also has blind sense, is perfectly aware that you are in that square still. It is going to charge and pounce, as I said.
I'm gonna get eaten. It's about time. I don't think Kieran's been eaten yet, so
We'll see how it goes. So, Kieran, as you're standing there, you can sense the vibrations that this creature is barreling towards you, just knocking down mushrooms as it does. And in the last of moments, the creature that pops out at you is
Wendell.
this.
Oh.
What in the
Whoa.
world is that
Okay,
thing?
that's gonna have like 10,000 attacks. That's gonna stink. This is like a porcupine cat.
It's like a displacer beast mixed with, like a porcupine.
I'm definitely going to get
Kieran
eaten.
yells out, "Not large mechanically, bigger than that."
Yep.
Huge.
So
It's huge.
there's going to be some rolls involved with this because it's a pounce. So
mean,
it
it's
gets
just
its
gonna-
full attack.
Pretty much all of them are gonna hit. So let's see how much HP I can go down in one turn.
I literally rolled a natural 1 on the bite.
Okay. Well,
The first claw is a 47.
just barely.
Is that right?
No.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
What?
Obviously, it's not right.
That's correct. Okay, so the first claw will hit. Second claw is a little bit lower with a 44.
Okay.
It's then going to do a tail slap, which is a 32.
Yep.
Okay, so here comes 4 rake attacks.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So far you've been hit by both claws and tail. Okay. So the first rake attack, can I just assume anything over 35 hits?
Anything over 30 hits. My AC is 30.
Oh, okay, so I just don't have to roll a natural 1. Okay, so the first rake hits. That hits.
Whose idea was it to open the
hits.
door?
I'm sorry.
That hits.
Wait.
Okay, so
Or wasn't my fault?
we didn't get any crits, but oh gosh. Wow.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You
See,
take
he always does this to like psych us out, and at this point, it's like you're not psyching me out, dude. Just roll your
no,
damage.
it's literally not to psych you out. It's just that I sometimes like I'll skim through the abilities and be like, oh, okay, that's cool, and then like when I actually use the abilities, I'm like, wow. Like it doesn't really connect to me until I use them. Anyways, the first claw is 18 points damage.
Okay.
The second claw is 19 points of damage.
Okay.
The tail is 13 points of damage, and with the tail attack, I need a reflex save.
Oh, my lowest save. A natural 20, though, for a 29.
Okay. So as this tail hits you, there's thousands of quills and barbs that are attached to it, and you're able to move in such a way that even though it does hit you, you don't get all of these barbs embedded into your skin. So that's good. Now for the rake attacks, and these are back to that. So the first rake attack is 18 damage. Second rake attack is 19 damage. The third rake attack is 14 damage. The fifth rake attack is 18 damage. And you were hit by both of the claws, so it will get rend for another 22 points of damage.
Quick, shut the door.
I'm pretty sure it just did 141 points of damage in a full round attack. So you guys may not want to come in here. Just saying.
Let me just read this ability as well.
Abort! Turn around! Shut the doors! Leave me in here to die.
That's not how we
Good thing you
play.
still have the Groger butt bite boon.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would like you
man.
to give me another fortitude save.
I never gave you a fortitude save, so I shan't give you another. I'll give you
yes,
just one.
Reflex, this one's 42.
28.
Okay. So this creature kind of fixes its gaze on you, but
A gaze
you are able
attack?
to...
Oh man, just add a cherry to the
Oh
top
no,
there.
Jessup's running away.
Wow.
You're able to shrug off whatever was about to fog your mind, and that's its turn. It's done.
Nice.
Moving on to Gideon. Again, you guys cannot technically see this, so like the line of your sight would be like right there. Like that's as far as you can see is in that area.
And explain to me why this is unseeable again. So
It's a jungle of mushrooms. It's physically
Gotcha.
obstructing your sight.
but all we know is that Kieran went in there and then he said ow probably a lot of times.
Kieran went in, you heard a creature barreling out and the sound of mushrooms being collapsed upon each other, and then you heard the rending of flesh.
And you hear the splattering of many bloods against many mushrooms.
Yeah, that sounds bad. He is going to go ahead cast Divine Favor and just walk towards him? Question mark?
Yes, you begin walking in. That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
As the creature's tail darts out from between two mushrooms to your right side, and let's see, does a... Okay, so the tail slap is the lower to hit. So a 30 is not going to hit, correct?
No, he was looking ahead. He knew that there was something, and as soon as he sees it, he quickly catches it in his shield. Oh! And then grunts as he kind of slides next to Kieran there.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all that I can do right now.
Okay, that brings us to Oran.
So is this difficult terrain or?
Once you get inside, it would be difficult terrain, yes, actually.
Oh, so I can't go that high.
Cheater.
So,
Yeah.
I'm 5 back.
Anything these squares and beyond would be difficult terrain.
Okay, so I was here. So that's 5. So I
You might
can
be able to
go.
get there.
No, because I had cast a spell.
Yeah,
My
but,
movement.
Your movement's only 20?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can't get there.
So I'll move to there. And can I now see Kieran or no?
You can see Kieran. You cannot see the creature.
Right, but I can see Kieran.
Yes, Kieran has normal concealment from you because he's within 10 feet.
Can I tell that Kieran's looking rough?
You can see blood on all the nearby mushrooms.
Would you, if I didn't realize it was difficult terrain, would you let me just uncast a spell and just move up there?
Okay, sure.
Provoking all the same and
Yeah, sure. Get that spell out of here.
Yep, I did.
So, Gideon, you can see the creature.
So Oran is going to cast Heal on Kieran.
All right. And heal is a touch.
Correct.
Okay. So, I think with a touch spell, you'd still have to roll concealment with this.
Okay.
But it's only
So
20%.
that thing didn't have to roll concealment on me?
No, it has blind sense, and you have blind sense.
Could I?
You guys are unaffected by the concealment.
Could I spend a round of my cruising to see him?
If you want to, yeah. So yeah, if you wanted to expend the third swift action, you could negate the concealment. You can pinpoint exactly where he is, and you can cast heal.
Yep, that's what I'll do.
I appreciate you, Oran. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. It gets expensive to resurrect you.
I do have a scroll of raised dead on my person if it
Perfect.
ever needs
know.
to happen. Yeah.
Okay, and that's your turn.
That is my turn.
All right. That brings us to the bottom of the round with Jessup.
You didn't have to say it like that.
But
Oh, and you know that was 150 in healing, right?
Oh, yeah. But I only needed 141, but I used it all.
Okay.
Thank you. Almost.
I didn't need the other 9.
I would have taken it if I could have.
I'll start up a performance. Courage, you'll need it.
Yes, we will. Hooray! Kieran is nothing without buffs.
Don't worry, my courage will help your AC somehow. And then Jessup will cast echolocation on himself, and then he'll start charging in. So I think I only have 20-foot movement, so I think I can only get here.
Okay. That'll do.
Kieran, everybody stay out. Let's go in, guys. We can't hear him.
Speaking of, that does bring us to the top of round 2 with Kieran.
Okay, feeling much better now that Oran has saved my life yet again. I shall, I suppose, 5-foot step and full attack.
Okay.
Well, I can't 5-foot step, or I can because that's in front where he knocked down the
You
mushrooms.
can't 5-foot step. You'd have to do a move action because it's difficult terrain, which would provoke unless you do acrobatics.
But you said he knocked down the mushrooms, so it's not difficult terrain anymore.
I did not say that. I said behind him you did. You're not behind
so
him.
how did he hit me through all the mushrooms without
Again,
knocking
he
the
expertly
mushrooms down?
weaved through the mushrooms.
That's not how this works. It's not
Yeah,
how it
he
works.
has
It's
blind
just
sense. He knows exactly what he needs to do.
It's not how it works. That's garbage. I'm gonna try to acrobatics. I can't.
No.
Okay, Justin, you keep
Holy
making sounds
CMB.
that sound
I'm
like
sorry.
tooth, but I can't really make me
It's where I'm turning my mic on and off because you don't want to hear me crunching ice.
but it just sounds like a toot. I'm sorry. Okay. What were you saying, Jason?
I was saying an 18 will fail. He's gonna try to tail slap you. It's a 32.
That will hit.
You take 14 points of damage.
Wow. Okay. All right, then I guess I'll just get one stupid attack. So
Cool.
my bite attack, 25, natural 3.
25 will miss. You latch onto a mushroom
So this
because
is
your
how
blind
it's going to
sense
go.
isn't as good as its blind sense.
Yeah, this is how it's going to go because it's going to 5-foot step because it probably can, and I'm just going to have to move every turn, so I'm not going to get any of my attacks. So I might have to rethink this strategy and just blast it. Spells. That's my
Do it.
turn.
Destroy
Okay.
it. Kill it.
All right. That brings it to its turn. It's going to full attack. Let's roll for it.
Gideon.
Evens, Gideon. Odds, Kieran. 6 is an even number.
Nice.
So we're going after Gideon. All right. So it doesn't get the bonus for charge anymore. So it's just going to be a 41 to hit with the bite.
Yeah.
All right. So let me roll that first. So Gideon, you take 19 points of damage. And does a 54 beat your CMD to grab you?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think so.
You are grabbed, which means
You
you
said
get
it's
pulled
like-
right up to it.
19 damage.
Yeah, you take 19 points of damage.
Okay.
And you are grabbed.
Living forever, baby.
So for the rest of its attacks now,
Yep.
that is another 41 with the first claw. A
Success.
34 with the second claw.
Success.
Ooh, nice. And a 35 with the tail slap.
Success. Should have cast Iron Skin.
So the first claw that hit you does another 13. The second claw that hits you does another 16. The tail does 13. Because you got hit by both of the claws, you take rend for 20. And I do need a reflex save against the tail slap.
That's
A
pretty good.
20. All right. So,
That was a 25. That's not as good as I was hoping.
yep. So as you get hit by this tail, a myriad of quills get broken off inside your armor. They make their way through little tiny creaks and they pierce into your skin. So you are sickened.
That's not so great.
Yep.
Okay.
As this quill gets lodged into your armor, you are sickened. So that was its full attack. Its grab. Its rend. The pain ability. That's what the ability is called. It's just called pain.
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this was a mistake.
So that's its turn, I believe. I think. Oh wait, no. As a swift action, it's going to direct its gaze at you, Kieran. Again, I need another fortitude save.
Maybe it'll turn me to stone and then I won't have to suffer anymore.
Hey, no,
15.
you stay in your lane. This is my.
Not
oh, wait.
talking like that.
Natural 2.
Kieran, as this is all going on, this crazy amount, you see this creature barrel at you, and it just rends your body into pieces, and then Oran comes up and heals you, and then Gideon's right next to you, and then you see him getting lashed into little pieces by all of these claws, and this creature looks at you, and your mind kind of clouds over, and we'll get back to that on your turn.
Fun. Something to look forward to.
Yeah,
Wow.
indeed.
The start of that word had me scared.
Gideon, it is your turn. You are grappled by the beast.
Yeah, there's no point in trying to escape. Casting a spell is a dumb choice, I think, right? Yeah, I can cast it. No, I can't. No, I can if I'm grappled, yeah?
No, you can attempt to. So it's I think it's DC 10 plus the spell level plus the grappler's CMB.
Didn't you get a new piece of clothing that give you freedom of movement for free every day?
Yeah, I do. So I could cast defensively. I have to see what action it is to activate it. I think it's a swift. It's on command. That's settings.
Yeah, so it's once per day on command. You can gain
So that'd be a
the benefits.
standard action. But we'll go ahead and do that.
And command words do not provoke, I believe.
No, I don't think they do. Swift action for divine touch. Ugh. That's great. That's gonna help a lot. Followed by, let's do an invocation. We're gonna try to be big brain. Let's do the one that helps saves.
And that says your move action.
Yeah.
Okay. So standard action, giving yourself freedom of movement, and then swift action, heal, and then move action, invocation for saving throws. Okay.
And let me find out what that is for you. Purify.
Yep.
So a +2 sacred bonus on all saving throws, guys.
All right. That brings us to Oran.
I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Elemental Body.
Okay. Are you doing that defensively?
Well, I suppose I shall.
Okay. Which elemental body is this?
Elemental Body 4.
Body 4. So that is a 4th level spell.
That is a 7th level spell.
Oh, I typed in elemental body and it just took me to the normal one. Okay, so 7th level spell.
We can go with 4th though. That works.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make it 4th, I'm totally cool with 4th.
Okay, so that is, so cast defensively is 15 plus double the spell level, so it would be DC 32.
Wait, how is it? It's a 7th level spell. Isn't it DC 29?
How did I get 32?
I don't know.
It would be 29. I don't know how I got 32.
You're just spitting out numbers tonight. Like, oh, your fortitude save is DC 47. Oh, wow, 40. Wow. That'll do it.
Will that do
a
it?
40 will beat the arbitrary DC 32.
Okay. Cool. So Elemental Body 4. I get to take on an Earth Elemental, obviously, is what I choose. So I get a +8 size bonus to my Strength, a -2 penalty to my Dex, a +4 size bonus to my Constitution, and a +6 natural armor bonus.
So, number of things to take note of here. You become a huge Earth Elemental for 1.
I will become immune to bleed damage, critical hits, and sneak attacks, and I gain DR 5.
Which I think, by the nature of how these spells worked, that would immediately shunt
Jessup.
these two out of the way.
Get out of my way!
Hulk smash.
Hulk smash!
All right, so that is your action to cast the spell.
Chonky. And then that's my turn. I'll just stay there.
All right.
So do I get reach? Because it doesn't say whether or not I get reach, but like, I think given my size, I would have reach, right? Like,
Yeah, so you assume the form of a huge Earth Elemental, so some of your abilities would be based off of the huge Earth Elemental stat block.
right.
It is a polymorph spell, so all of your items like meld into your body, and you literally like become that form. So like your reach is 15 feet based on the huge Earth Elemental. Your speeds are now based on the huge Earth Elementals. Your size, obviously.
So would my attacks be that?
Yes.
You would use you use your base attack bonus and stuff for your attacks. You don't gain like its attack bonuses,
Okay.
but you get 2 slam attacks. Those are your attacks.
But I use my base attack bonus.
Yeah, you use your base attack bonus, your strength bonus, but
Oh.
the attacks that you're making are slams rather than your hammer.
All right. So I'll just need next turn. I'll just need help making sure I do
Yeah.
that, right?
Sure. That will bring us to Jessup, who just got pushed back by this massive Earth Elemental.
So Jessup will maintain performance. He now has a massive elemental in his way.
Probably hostile one. Should
Yeah.
Oh,
Should
okay.
probably deal with that.
shoot it.
Yes. I mean, do I know that it's Oran?
Yeah,
I
you would know.
do I though?
Yeah, you saw him cast the spell.
Okay. Am I allowed to squeeze through here at all, or no?
Yeah, you can move through there.
Okay. So I guess Jessup will move. I can get to here?
10, 20, 30. That'd be 30 feet, yeah.
Oh, no, it is 30 feet? Oh, okay. I can move to here? Because I got 20 feet movement?
Oh, because of your equipment. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So you still can't see the creature, but you can
Nope.
see Gideon and the Earth Elemental.
So I can only see Gideon and the Earth Elemental. Okay. I guess Jessup will shout out, Kieran, are you still with us? Live? and he will wait for a response, and he will I'll ready to cast haste if Kieran gets within range, so I can cast it on all of us, since I don't know where he is.
Yeah, you just have to be able to see everybody.
Yep. So I'm going to ready an action to try to cast as soon as he gets within range.
Okay. Top of round 3. Kieran, it is your turn. You are confused. Give me a D100 roll.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. 41.
41. So you guys hear the distinctly draconic voice of Kieran just kind of mumbling incoherently. And that's what Kieran does this turn.
What does Kieran say? Because I speak Draconic.
I don't know. It's incoherent. You don't know.
Yeah, it's just babble.
Oh.
Yeah, he does nothing but babble incoherently. So that is Kieran's turn. Which brings us to the creature. The creature, so it automatically fails any attempts to maintain the grapple. And under normal circumstances, maintaining a grapple is an action. So it will then use its movement to disappear into the forest.
So we can add this creature to the list of creatures that are going to come fight us at the final boss.
Jason's going to have a field day with that comment if we make it.
Or worse, it's just going to like flank us and trap us in here. Combat's not over.
So does a 39 beat your CMDs for the acrobatics check to not provoke?
Yeah.
The CMD 39.
Yeah, I believe it's acrobatics versus your CMD.
Yeah.
So you might like try to go out to slash at it, but it's too agile and you're not able to hit it as it disappears into the forest of mushrooms. And it is Gideon's turn.
Can I sense motive to try to like determine its behavior, like if it's gonna strike out again?
I'm gonna say handle animal would be better than sense motive, probably.
Okay, yeah, fine. I don't have ranks in it, so I can't use it.
You could, but you wouldn't be able to hit the DC.
Yeah, it'd be 15 or less. Okay. Let's go ahead and cast Iron Skin.
Okay. It is going to make an attack of opportunity against you because it is in this square now.
Gotcha.
Literally just out of sight of you, but you're just within reach of it.
Yeah, I see that.
So it's going to make an attack of opportunity with its tail.
Okay. I don't have the spell yet, so I will uncheck.
Correct.
AC gained.
That is a 42.
Yeah.
So you are hit by this tail, and you take 11 points of damage, which will require a concentration check to maintain the spell. The DC would be 10 plus the damage, which is 21, plus I think the spell level. Let me just verify that that is the correct calculation.
Okay.
Is it possible for you to hit it?
Yeah.
So damage injured while casting is 10 plus damage dealt plus spell level. So 21 plus the spell level.
Yep. Or no, Iron Skin is level 2, so 23.
Iron Skin's only level 2. Seems wildly good for a level 2 spell.
Yeah, it's a great spell.
Because it's like Bark Skin, but like just better in every way.
Yeah.
And
it scales.
Also a level 2 spell.
Wait, Bark Skin's a level 2 spell?
Isn't it?
No, Bark Skin's a level 1 spell.
1.
Is it? No, Bark Skin's a level 2, you filthy liars.
What?
Barkskin and Ironskin are level 2?
Yeah, they're both level 2.
Why does anyone use Bark Skin? Oh, because if you're a ranger, you have to, I guess. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, because it's also minutes per level. Ironskin's minutes per level, whereas Barkskin's 10 minutes per level. So I forgot, that's what I used on Braum a lot, was Barkskin
Gotcha.
when we were...
Iron Skin is also a
lot.
personal spell,
Yes.
whereas Bark Skin you can cast on other people.
I guess I was more surprised as on the druid spell list Iron Skin is, because I associate it with clerics, so I thought that might have been the difference, but...
Also, just so you know, I see a note here saying that the math is incorrect and it caps at 16th level.
Yeah, I have it. I did that fix.
So
correctly.
it's not +7, it's +6.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you are able to cast the spell. You're able to push
Well, I
through
gotta
being
roll
hit.
concentration still. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't do that yet. Okay.
Yeah, I can. I do.
Was close.
Yeah. Continue with your narration. Sorry.
No, that was just its attack of opportunity. So it's still your turn.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have a move action, I guess, or a swift. I'll heal up, I guess.
Okay, swift action, do a little heal.
Do a little heal.
Doodle dance.
Not very much. And he'll point out where it is and mention that Kieran seems to be babbling incoherently.
Okay. Also, I do actually need another reflex save, because you were hit by the tail.
Oh, yeah, sure, buddy.
20. So another quill embeds into you. You're still second, but now there's 2 quills.
Okay. Can you spend a move action to pull one of them out, or both of them out?
So removing 1 quill requires a heal check as a full round action.
Can't just rip it out? Okay. That's fine.
No, actually, you can't.
Okay.
I imagine it's barbed.
Yeah.
Again,
that's what
these
I'm
are
thinking.
like huge quills.
Yeah. I can get the image. It's not like I got hit with a bolt. It's like a...
For every 5 by which you exceed the DC, you can get another quill at the same time. On a failed check, bad stuff happens. So, all right.
It burrows deeper.
So you 5 foot step. Okay, that's your turn. Moving to Oran.
All right, so he'll, I guess, move up there.
Yep, and I'll say you know exactly where it is because an Earth Elemental has Tremor Sense, which is
Yes.
functionally, yeah. It will provoke moving up there though, and it will try to slam you with its tail.
No,
That is a 35.
that will miss.
Ooh,
You gotta remember, I got an extra +6 natural armor right now.
yeah,
So 1 slam. Wow.
natural one.
And I assume I don't get to take both slams, right?
No, because you had to move up.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. That'll be my turn, I guess.
Jessup, you will be up here.
Can I
You still can't see Kieran, so
but
you're
I
ready
can
to
see these
action
other
everyone off.
bozos?
You can see both Gideon and the Elder Earth Elemental there.
Okay. So I'm going to... I'll just cast haste on who we can see. And I will maintain performance, and then I'll cast haste. And I guess I will... Can I do this? I will ask Gideon where Kieran is, and then ready in action for then when he tells me the direction Kieran is, I go.
I would say just as a free action, you could just ask him real quick, like,
Oh, fine. I was going to make it all complicated. Gideon, where is Kieran?
He'll point.
yeah.
there.
So he gives you a general direction. You don't know the exact square, but you know which direction to move in if you wanted to go find him.
Okay, so I guess I have now 40 movements, so I'll just move out to here, and assuming that I bump into him.
Yep, you'd see him as soon as you started moving forward. You'd see his wings kind of around some of the mushrooms.
I'm not sure he's in his right mind.
And there's probably nothing I can do to figure out what's wrong with him, is there? With
Not
action economy or anything?
with this turn, probably
Okay,
not.
it's okay. I did what I needed.
That is Jessup's turn.
Yes.
The top of round 4 I have now. It is Kieran's turn. You are free of the confusion for now, Kieran.
Okay. I guess I will try. I don't know where it is, do I? All I see is an earth element.
You do. You have blind sense, so you know where
Oh,
everything
right.
is.
I do. Okay. So I guess I'll just try a spell. I will try to do. I'll do my breath weapon. Actually, I think I can only do that when I have my claws out. So I'll do a lightning bolt.
Okay.
So DC 18 reflex save, which I'm sure this thing is quite dexterous.
All right.
If it is a gaze, should we have been rolling against it?
So that's the thing is, like, I don't know if this is like a typical gaze or not. Because the ability specifically says the creature can direct its gaze against a single foe as a swift action. I don't know if that means it's not so much an area effect like a basilisk, or if that's just saying that it can do the area effect and it can direct it as a swift action. It's wildly unclear.
Yeah, I would probably guess the latter, though, because gaze does indicate that a creature with a gaze attack can actively gaze as an attack action by choosing a target within range. So it seems that the swift action is just like making it
It's
even
just
better.
gaze 2.0.
Right, better for this monster. It's replacing
Shut
that
up,
text.
Josh.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
we can do that from moving on from now.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
So
That's just going to make this really bad.
you said a reflex save. Let me do that for you. That is a 27.
Yeah. So assuming there's nothing else going on, I don't know if it has electricity resistance, but otherwise it would be 20 points of electricity damage.
All right, cool. 20 points of damage. You can't see it to tell how effective that was.
Cannot see it. So that's going to be my turn.
Okay. It'll be the creature's turn. It is going to attempt to acrobatics to be here. So an acrobatics check against CMD plus 5, because he's moving through your space. He's got pretty good acrobatics. That is a 39.
What's the bonus that I get for size?
Plus 2.
So then I have a 33 CMD.
Oh, okay. So it definitely manages. Does anyone else have a CMD remotely as high as that?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
So even with the increasing DC that acrobatics checks take for each subsequent creature, it would easily still be able to acrobatics past all of you.
Okay, mine's
kind
a
of all
34. You said not as remotely high as 33, but mine's a 34.
Yeah, I was saying that because it rolled a 39, so
Okay.
usually it's a plus 2 for every subsequent creature, but you'd have to be 37 to be close enough for that to take effect. So it rushes past all of you, and you kind of go to hit at it, but it's just super agile, and it gets past you to the other side. So that was its double move, and then as a swift action, it's going to take an attack at Jessup, probably.
Oh,
well,
no.
I'll roll for it. I'll do
This is
it.
where the bard dies. Look at you.
Evens Gideon odds Jessup. That is
Really? Not the elemental at all?
Nah. That is a 15. It's going for the tiny guys. So that's going to be against Jessup. So it's going to do a bite attack at you. That is a 41.
Oh, just missed.
So Jessup, you take 17 points of damage and does a natural 20 for a 57 grapple you.
Oh, yeah.
You are grappled and pulled towards it. That is its turn. It's double move and swift action there. That brings us to
the swift action attack grapple.
Yeah, I know, right? That brings us to Gideon. So Gideon, at the start of your round, because you are within 10 feet of it, do you want to do anything with your gaze? Are you averting?
Averting it improves my chances, yeah. 20% I don't have to deal with it, but it reduces my ability to attack.
Yeah, so basically you get a chance to not have to roll the save if you avert your gaze.
I'll avert my gaze.
Okay. So give me a D100. 1 to 50 is your good. 51 to 100, you have to... Well, 50% chance that you avoid it. So yeah, 1 to 50, you avoid the save.
Yeah, I can still hit it if it has concealment against me, though, yeah? I just have to roll.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you should have had to do that anyways, because you don't have blind sense or tremor sense like the other two do.
Right, so nothing changes.
Okay, so you do have to make the save.
And what is it?
It is a fortitude save. Natural 1.
Oh, man, it's not my day.
Gideon, you are confuzzled. I need a D100 roll.
Yep.
See if anything cool happens. 92. So Gideon, you are looking around and it's very confusing what's going on. The creature's running back and forth. Things are happening left and right. You see this Elder Earth Elemental and your mind goes blank. You don't remember where that came from. It's probably an enemy and you're going to attack the nearest creature, which is the Oran Earth Elemental.
All right, then we'll full round attack, wail into it.
Yeah.
All right. Inspire courage, haste.
Yeah.
Anything else I should have that I'm forgetting?
This is when the buffs backfire.
Thankfully, I've never been one for damage.
And his AC is pretty high, so...
You know, can I be a loser in two-weapon fight?
If you think that's what Gideon would do...
Oh, you're
in
going to
his
flip it
confused
back?
state.
Yeah. How about I flip a coin for it?
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I can't see the coin, but...
Evens he will, odds he won't.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah. I hope that backfires and you hit every single attack.
It's not going to backfire. I'm such bad to hit. There. So I hit you with a 32. I think none of those hit.
You still have a haste attack, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, you suck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you're sickened.
Yeah. There's a lot. I also don't have any buffs.
Yeah.
I didn't get divine off in the end,
Yeah.
and nothing went my way this combat so far.
So yeah, Oran, you see Gideon there. He's taking his hammer and his shield, his Morning Star and his shield, and he is just beating at you. Luckily, your stone exterior, it doesn't really hurt, but like
Right.
you can feel him he's just like angrily swinging at you.
Yeah, Gideon runs into the Inquisitor problem real bad. Is that he needs standard actions to buff himself, so then he can't do damage effectively at the start of rounds.
Yeah. That was Gideon's turn. That brings us to Oran. You've just been attacked by Gideon. There's only one logical solution.
Attack him back, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some slamma jams.
Okay, yeah, he's within 15 feet.
Of the creature, yep.
And since you have Tremor Sense, I'm not going to bother with any of the stuff, but...
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not even going to bother with the gaze attack because you can't actually see the creature. You're basically just, the exact position of its feet and you're punching through the mushrooms to hit it.
Nice loophole.
Yeah, that can be fair sometimes.
Yeah, so I'll take some slams on him. Does it get into hasted attack or no?
What do you mean it? You mean you?
Me,
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd get 3 slams, basically.
Okay. So first slam, second slam, third slam.
The first and third slam will hit.
Woo! I have no idea how to calculate the damage, sir.
Okay, so it would be 2d8 plus your strength modifier, plus any buffs that you have onto your damage. Yeah.
48 points of damage, please, sir.
And that's using your strength modifier?
Yes, my strength modifier is +5, and then I get Inspire Courage, and there's something else.
Okay. All right. So I will take that out.
Yeah, my strength modifier right now is 5. So with Inspire Courage, it should be 9, and then... Oh, okay, so that's a question. I have Greater Magic Weapon. Would that count or no?
Did you cast that?
I did, yeah.
When?
Every day, because it's part of my...
Oh, you
thing.
cast that on your hammer.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that would not be applying to these.
Okay, so take 2 off of each one of those then. So 21
Okay.
and 23.
Okay, so the attack rolls would still hit, even with a 2 difference.
I didn't calculate the magic weapon into the attack.
Oh, okay. So that is Oran's turn. Brings us to Jessup. You are grappled. At the start of your turn, would you like to avert your gaze from the creature? Close your eyes or anything?
I have echolocation. I'll do that.
Yeah, you do have echolocation. Yeah, that's fair. You just close your eyes.
I close my eyes. Do I still know where the creature is?
Yeah. You make a bunch of dolphin noises and you can,
We're
you can
very
see
close. Well, I'm also in his mouth. So.
Bunch of dolphin noises.
I wonder where he is. There he is.
it there. You guys think Jessup's screaming, but he's just looking around.
I feel like I'm shouting into its mouth. So I guess the question is, do I try to roll or and try to cast freedom of movement so it drops me and does a full round attack action on me next turn, or just not cast anything and then it still just does a full round attack action? I'm just curious to see what I should do.
I don't know. I'm confused, so I can't help you.
That's true.
You know what? I've been role-playing this session? The rules lawyer.
You know what? Yeah, we're going to try to cast a.
Oh boy.
We're gonna do a 3rd level spell.
Okay, so that would be a concentration check. The DC for casting while grappled or pinned while casting it is 10 plus the grappler's CMB plus the spell level.
CMB
Yes.
plus the spell. It's probably gonna be impossible. Why not? What else am I gonna do? Right? You know? Wow. All right. Well, I can't do better than a 39. So if that doesn't pass, I'm really screwed.
Do natural 20s on concentration checks always succeed? I don't know if they qualify.
I don't know. Can we? For funsies?
Natural 20s only auto-succeed on attack rolls and saving throws, but concentration checks don't automatically succeed.
But I'm attacking myself to cast a spell. Is that how it works?
I don't know what kind of caster you are.
Psychic. I gave myself a brain aneurysm. My nose is bleeding.
So they don't automatically succeed the DC of this. What is the spell level of freedom of movement 5th?
I wasn't doing
Fourth?
freedom movement. was doing
Oh,
a
you
third
were-
level spell.
You said a 3rd level spell?
Mhm.
So that would be 13 plus the CMB, which would be 46.
Wow, I knew that it was probably ridiculous. There's literally nothing I could do. So
If I take the grappler CMB, it would actually be 50.
yeah. And okay.
All right. Brings us to the top of round 5. And we're back to Kieran, who is no longer confused. And you cannot currently see the creature, so you don't have to worry about looking around unless you want to move up to it, in which case you might.
I feel like it's been literal days since my last turn. I don't know why I felt like that round was very long.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened.
All right, so I know where the creature is with my blind
Yes.
sense, so I could
Yes.
still fire off
Yes.
a spell.
Yeah.
Goodness, there's really no point in me having this dragon form other than just to look cool, but I'll try a dragon's breath spell this time. So it's still a
Okay.
reflex save, which will likely be half.
And is that a targeted spell or a line?
No, it's a line.
Cool.
She can avoid you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I can
okay,
hit
good.
in this square.
Okay,
Yep.
well, that's good then.
That'll still be a 20 reflex.
Oh, you just passed it by 1, or I guess
Yeah, he rolled
technically
a
2.
terrible,
but-
terrible number, but
So it's going to be 18 points of acid damage.
18. Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. That will bring us. Oh, do you want to move or anything?
I'm actually thinking about something.
Okay, that's cool.
Thinking. No, I won't do that. I'm not going to move, so that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to the creature. None of you are looking at it, so you don't see this. So I'll just do that.
Did you remember the gaze attacks on the top of each person's turn?
You're the only one who has to look at it.
Okay.
Everybody else has blind sense, blind sight, or
Yeah,
tremor
so you
sense.
just screwed yourself over, rules lawyer.
No, we're good. I'm happy about it. I'm really, really
You
proud of this.
sound it. You sound
You're
thrilled.
the only one that got affected by that change in ruling.
No, I'm a true lawful neutral when it comes to my rules lawyering. I'm not trying to do anything that's gonna help me or hurt me. Just see how it is.
So, the creature is going to maintain the grapple against Jessup. Oh gosh.
Passes.
I wanted okay, so my first grapple against you was a natural 20, and this one was a natural 19. If these had been attack rolls, it would have crit on some of its attacks, and it makes me sad that I wasted these on grapples.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed for you.
So,
Guys, we should be a little bit more. He really did prepare a session for us, you know.
so maintaining the grapple, it does 12 damage.
Cool.
And because of how Rake works, it gets all of its Rake attacks.
Cool.
So that is a 33 against your AC.
Yeah.
32 against your AC.
Yeah.
41.
No.
And a 39. So
Sure.
all of those will hit.
Yeah.
You'll probably survive this pretty easily.
No.
So 19 plus 13 plus 13 plus 14. And because all of the Rake attacks are claws, it technically hit you with 2 claws, so it will be
Okay.
rend
Cool.
for 20.
20 more damage?
Yes.
Okay. Jessup is also limp right now. There's no more cackling.
So Jessup goes unconscious and potentially dead. You guys
Well,
don't know
you don't
again.
know. Yeah.
Gideon, you can just barely see this through the jungle of mushrooms. You can see that all of these attacks are clawing out at Jessup, and eventually his body stops moving, but you can't see clearly enough to really know what's going on. That is the creature's turn. Actually, as a swift action, it's going to take an attack at Gideon, because, why the heck not?
But just do Jessup. Let's
Yeah.
send him to his wife in the afterlife so he can be a drow with drow.
No, you're limp. You don't
No.
care about you.
Swift action attack? What's he got? A amulet of hidden strength?
As a swift action, can make a single attack with a blah, 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 blah.
It is like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
It can't do it on
It's
the...
awesome. It's like, it's
I do love this.
It's just gonna kill ya. It's got gaze. It's got quills. It's like, it's cool.
Guys, we could get a real nice soup broth out of all the salt that we got in the party. Holy
Gideon, that is
cow.
a 38 against your AC.
Jessup's haste, baby. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah. It rolled really well on that. It would have had to roll a natural 20 to hit you on that
The
attack.
haste helped Jessup.
Oh man.
Actually.
Don't. You're gonna do it to me, aren't you?
He gets a free action to do it.
So this creature,
so action fails.
This creature is a unique variant of another creature, so it has all of its abilities in there. It just doesn't describe what they are. So I have a different creature in my thing that lists out what each ability is and what they do. And I've been going back and forth between the stat blocks. So it has a higher than a plus 19 to hit. So that's actually a 43.
All right, that'll do it.
So,
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
The tail.
A tail? The tail again? Oh my god!
You take.
I don't know why my health keeps getting messed up. I've got it over here. I'm not as high as it says I am.
Oh, I thought you were just fine. Okay, that's good.
Oh no, actually I am. It's because I had healed. With
I thought you were fine. So you take 15 points of damage and give me another reflex save.
Oh my god.
Okay, so there's the third quill. You have a third one now.
I don't. I have a very bad idea. I think I need a hard reset to be able to do anything. Full round action on his next turn. Good across. Oh man.
Oh, you're really thinking it there. Yeah. Well, it's your turn now, Gideon. So if you want to do it,
I roll, yeah, or I need to.
If you want to avert, yeah, that'd be a 50%. So 1 to 50, you can avoid it.
Am I not immune since I've been affected once?
Is that just how the normal gaze attacks work? Because it doesn't say anything about that in this stat block.
Nope, it's not.
Yeah, I don't see anything in there about you being immune.
So I'll pull down them smoke goggles you love so much, which I think will be.
Oh, those have just been always on your head the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time, just right above his eyes of the eagle, so he can just slip them down.
Underneath your helmet, you've got two goggles underneath your helmet. You just switch between them.
Yeah.
Did you have to take your helmet off to switch them?
No. He looks like he takes after Iden. You just got tons of stuff all over.
Okay, yeah.
It'd be a move and a standard to put all that on, and that would just provoke. Let's see here. I'm trying to think a way out of this. I think the way out is I can see it now. Well, oh my gosh, this is.
Oh, you can see it. Yeah, if you want to look at it, go ahead, look at it.
How far can I see through these things? These mushrooms?
10 feet before it becomes total concealment. So you can see Jessup barely. You can see the earth elemental that you tried to kill. But again, if you're looking around, you have to make a save. Okay, so you cast Grace. Are you looking around?
No.
So
Why?
You're closing your eyes.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot I had to make that decision. Yeah, he'll do that, and he'll just avert his gaze.
Okay, so roll a d100. 1 to 50, you avoid making a save.
Nope.
Okay, so you got to make a save.
So which one again?
I think it's a fortitude save for this. Yep,
Okay.
Fortitude save.
Oh, Chase is confused again.
Dang, you and your saves today, man.
I know. Oh, just
4
saves.
on the die. Yeah, you are confused. Roll me another d100.
Yep.
Hey, at least you're not standing next to Jessup. You're not going to kill him. 30 is a babble incoherently.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah.
I guess I should have closed my eyes and maybe just walked along the wall. I thought about that.
Well, that does bring us to Oran, who is an earth elemental. And your buddy there is unconscious and possibly dead. You don't know.
Can I heal check him to see if he's breathing?
I'd say he's within reach. He's still technically being held in the maw of the creature, so I'd say it's probably a little hard to tell if the movement in his body is from breath or fangs. But I'll give you a check. It's just going to be a high DC.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt nothing, right?
A 19, you're not 100% sure.
Okay. So I'm going to cast a spell, a swift action. Classic.
So you can speak Terran, so you'll just cast the spell in Terran.
It's called Ice Strike.
Ooh. Okay. That will potentially provoke unless you're doing it defensively.
I will, of course, cast it's a swift action.
15 plus double the spell level for casting defensively. So Cold Ice Strike, I think, is a 6th level, so it would be DC 27.
Yeah, I'll try. Defensive.
Okay.
33.
You're good? Yeah, go for it.
All right, and that does have spell resistance if he has spell resistance.
Doesn't seem like it.
And reflex for half.
All right. Reflex save is a 26. So it'll take half damage from this, I assume.
Yeah, that'll pass. Half of 53.
Still pretty good, though.
Yeah. And then he's going to slam a jam. First slam.
You only get one because you had to cast a spell. Actually, you don't.
It's a swift action.
Swift action, you can full attack. That's right. I forgot that was a swift, yeah.
Do I
So
crit?
potential crit.
Okay.
Yeah, those still can crit.
31.
31 is exactly the creature's AC.
All right. So normally it's 2d8 plus 11. So what? Or plus 9 rather. So what would it be?
So it'd be 4d8 plus 18.
28.
All right, not bad.
All right. And second attack, 36.
36 will hit.
And last attack, 23. So only one of those.
23 will miss. But you can roll damage on the other hit there.
14.
14, not bad.
And that'll be my turn.
It's decent damage there for sure. Brings us to Jessup. Jessup is going to GM roll me a thingamabob. You guys don't know what's going on. Bringing us to the top of round 7. Or 6. 7? 6. One of those rounds. And it is Kieran. Also, everybody would have to turn off. Not yet, because it's still lingering. You're good. Never mind. Forget what I was going to say. Kieran, it is your turn.
Oh, I actually already took that off. I forgot it lingers.
Yeah, it does linger. So you're still good, actually, for probably this round.
Not that I haven't been using my hits because it takes me too long to get up there. I will do a swift, quickened magic missile.
All right.
So that potentially would be 19 force damage.
Okay.
And then I will do another lightning bolt. So reflex save from the creature.
Reflex. It's going to be a 34.
Okay, 23 electricity damage. And
All right.
I don't want to get in the way of anybody. But I guess Jessup is down, right? So
Jessup's down, yes.
we're ruling this square is unoccupiable.
I'd say it's mostly occupiable. I'm being mostly lenient with that sort of thing. It's just difficult terrain to get in all these squares.
Okay, this may be stupid, but I'll try to move forward.
Okay. That will provoke.
Yep.
It's going to try to hit you with a tail. Natural 2 is probably going to miss. Your AC is not as high as the others, but it's better than 26, though. Right.
Yes, it's 31.
Yeah. So the tail will actually miss.
Okay.
That's your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. On the creature's turn, it is going to full withdraw out of sight down the corridor. And that brings us to Gideon.
He's himself again.
So if you're averting your gaze, you would know that it's not in sight anymore. So, yeah.
Let's go ahead and cast Cure Critical, I guess.
Okay. So heal up for that much.
For all you listening, that was 29. That's how much that is.
Yep.
They don't need to know that.
There's so many times where I'm editing and it's like, all right, roll your attacks. Okay, roll your damage. Okay. And it's like, okay. Real fun listening there, guys.
You don't need to know the numbers.
Okay, use your imagination.
If you wanted to know the numbers, you should have joined the game.
We'll walk tentatively forward to try to see where it went, but he will stop if he feels like he's entering a danger zone.
So if you move that far...
Oh, I see it.
I keep forgetting to ask, did we ever identify this thing?
Nope. No.
Do we ever try?
You couldn't really.
Okay.
Because the moment it got within sight of Jessup went down pretty much.
I'll
That's a common occurrence.
You can see it in the distance, technically. It's just dim light. But,
and it's going the other way.
It's just it did a full withdraw. It's going all the way the other direction. Yeah.
It's gonna go eat Wendell and Meryl.
I'll follow there and just kind of watch and make sure it takes off.
Okay.
Because that's pasted.
Turns around, charges you, full attack, pounds right.
No, he's just making sure it runs away.
Bad kitty.
After Gideon, it comes to Oran.
I guess I will try and heal Jessup.
Okay. See, that's one unintended benefit of being an Elder Earth Elemental, is that, or a huge Earth Elemental, is that you can now heal from 15 feet away with touch spells.
Truth. Yeah, we're going to do a cure critical wounds.
Okay. We'll see if that's enough.
Hiya, 37. Do you feel
37
better,
points
buddy?
of healing to Jessup. Brandon, does Jessup come back?
Jessup eyes look lifeless as he
Oh,
opens
no.
them and says,
Oh.
"Thank you."
I was like, oh, I guess we should have cast Breath of Life.
I'm never healing you again.
You had fun with that, didn't you?
Just so you know, I was 2 away from death, so
Oh boy.
I was close.
I am
was
glad I decided to stay and heal and not try and chase the monster.
As the Earth Elemental topples over Jessup's body, it takes 2 singular points of damage.
All right. So I guess you can move if you want, Oran.
I'm good.
Jessup, on your turn, you come to consciousness. You are on the ground, prone, wounded, but some of your wounds have healed, in a lot of pain. You don't see the creature anywhere around. What would you like to do?
Get in the fetal position.
Okay. Yep.
He's gonna, I guess, stumble back up. I guess, like, he doesn't really know what's going on. He's gonna start his performance back up
All right. Yeah.
because he doesn't know. And then I guess he's gonna try to get to his feet. So he'll move action, get to his feet. Move action, pick up his bow. Swift action, start performance.
Yeah. He gets right back into it.
Oh yeah, we're ready to go. I could take another 4-round attack.
You could take no attack.
I could probably take a singular attack.
Maybe.
That brings us to Kieran. You see Jessup come back to his feet. Good as new.
Cool. I don't know where this thing is.
You don't see it, and it's outside your range of blind sense, so you
All
don't know
right.
where it is.
But I know Gideon's out here, moving this direction.
Yeah, your range is really far with that, right? 60 feet? So yeah, you know he's there.
Okay. So I'll just start making my way. Actually, I gotta count my steps. Count? Oh, actually, I don't necessarily need to because I got 90 feet. So I'll come up next to him, and then I can probably see the creature now.
Yeah, you can see it down there.
And then I'll move up a little bit further because I got 90 feet.
Okay.
And let's see. Lightning bolt range is 120 feet. Can I get to it?
Yeah, let's antagonize it.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I wasn't done with it.
I'm
Oh
gonna
boy.
lightning bolt.
Okay. So it gets a reflex save.
Yes.
28.
21 points of electricity damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. It is its turn. It is going to continue its movements, and it goes out of sight of you all. And I'll put it on the GM layer at this point.
Hacks.
So it's down there around the corner. Gideon, your turn. Anything?
Go get him, Gideon.
I think it evades us, Kieran. And he'll turn around and pull out his wand and heal up Jessup.
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, continue. Once we finish this combat, I'm gonna ask a question.
If Kieran rejoins us, I'll start an invocation.
Okay, yeah, we'll see here what everybody does on their turn. Oran, anything from you?
No. Just maybe another heal to Mr. Jessup.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll that.
Actually, I'm gonna channel,
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, 28 to you guys.
and then I guess he'll do some move. Well, I'm not gonna move because I'll be on top of them if I move.
Yeah. Anything on your turn, Jessup?
Yeah, I guess Jessup will just ask if, Gideon, if it's gone.
Yes. Kieran might give pursuit, but it evades us.
So I will drop performance then, sort of linger, and then Jessup will he'll start with doing a poor man's channel.
Okay.
Soothe performance.
Stay in your lane.
How much will that give us?
Well, it takes 4 rounds, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Translation of what Gideon said is that Kieran could catch up to it, but I have slow baby movement.
Yeah, you could say it that way too if you wanted to.
Little tiny feet.
Little tiny baby
Cannot
dwarf.
catch.
Cannot do it.
Kieran, it is your turn.
Is there any chance of me catching it?
I mean, you have a 90-foot speed. If you double move, it's 180 feet.
Yeah, but like, I can't just double move forever because that won't actually do anything to it.
Well, you could double move, and then when you get around theirs, presumably you would see it, and it will either provoke trying to get away from you, or will get hung up on geometry as it's leaving, and hopefully you'd have a line of sight for a lightning. You could also maybe even move in front of it, technically.
Maybe it got caught in the webs. Maybe it did a turn back through into the webs.
Yeah, I guess I'll fly 90 feet this way.
Okay.
And I don't sense it because it's rounded. Did I see it round the corner?
You don't see anything, and you don't sense anything within your range.
If I go here, do I see it?
Oh, goodness. Well, you might modify where you move.
Oh, because it's right there.
Well, because it's right there.
Just go there.
I'll just go to the corner and I'll be like, ah! And that'll be my turn.
Are you in dragon form still?
Yeah. Can I quicken a spell when I'm double moving? I can do that, right?
Do you have the quicken metamagic feat?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have the spell slot to do it.
Yeah. Of course I do.
Quickened magic missile, baby.
Actually, I'm going to try... Well, I'm not really buffed anymore, am I? Gotta take Inspire Courage off.
Yeah, you are out of range of that.
Yeah, what are we looking at? Yikes. That's... I'm going to try Quickened Magic Missile again.
Okay.
So that'll be 16 force damage.
All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. It is the creature's turn. Realizing that you are going to continue pursuing it and that it seems to be unable to outrun you, it is going to go into fight mode. And it is going to...
This is how I die.
Well, you deserve that if it happens.
It is going to charge, full attack, pounce.
I deserve trying to kill the enemies so they don't run away and catch up to us later with others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Killing
All right.
enemies is morally wrong.
All right. I'll take that responsibility.
I mean, when you chase after it solo, sure.
I mean, I don't know if he really knew that you guys weren't coming. He's just got his blinders on because he's a dragon.
Sure. I would argue that you would know for sure that there is no possibility that they could possibly catch to your speed. That much you would know. You don't know if they wouldn't pursue you at all. You would know that it would take them some time to catch up, though.
Yeah. Yep.
So the bite attack.
Okay.
On its charge is that a 34? No, that's a 44. 44.
Yep.
So that is going to be 17 points of damage.
Did I get hit with Orange Channel before I came down here, or was I too far away?
You were too far away.
Okay.
So that's 17 points of damage.
Okay.
And a goodness, I roll crits on the grapple checks every time. What is that? It's a 56 to grapple you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's a crit, it's gonna grapple me. So yeah.
So, well, it was a natural 19, so it wasn't like a crit. It was like within a other attacks crit range.
What do you think? If it's in the 50s, what
Yeah.
do you think? You tell me.
So that is going to grab you. You are grappled.
Okay.
It is then going to continue its full attack and pounce. For the first claw is a 31
Tell
against
me
your grappled
how
AC.
it pounces when it's holding me. Tell me what that looks like. Tell me how it pounces when it's holding me.
Well, it's like a tiger. It jumps up, grabs you in its mouth, and then all of its claws, its foreclaws, are just raking at you right there.
Yes, that hits.
31 hits? Okay. So the second claw is a natural 18, so that will hit, but does not crit. The tail slap is a natural 19, which does not crit on that one. So I'll just roll those damages first. So first claw is 12, second claw is 17. Tail slap is that one, so 7 on the tail slap, and I need a reflex save from the tail slap.
Okay. Reflex save is a 25.
25. Okay, so that is actually exactly DC, so you are able to
Nope.
maneuver your way so that...
It's not. It's lower. I had Purify on still. It's a fail.
Okay. So yeah, you one of the quills does get between some of your scales, and the pain, it makes you sickened.
Okay.
And then it will continue its rake attacks. 31 hits. That hits. That hits. Natural 1 misses. So 3 of them hit.
Okay.
So 13, 16, and 17. And then because you got hit by 2 of the claws, it does the rend damage, which is another 19.
Okay.
And that is its turn. Brings us to Gideon. Gideon, you see Kieran run way out of sight, but at this point they're too far. You have no idea what's going on technically. Oh yeah, natural 1 perception. You have no idea. The rules for that is you take a -1 penalty for every 10 feet.
Yep.
And you are basically 200 feet away.
So -20 brings
So that'd be
it.
an 8. So the sound of battle, the DC is actually -10. So you'd hear the sounds of battle in the distance. You just wouldn't know how it's going. You don't know the details. You know Kieran's fighting it. You don't know if it's still running away or if it turned around. You don't know if Kieran is in good condition. You're not sure.
Kieran presses his attack. They still fight. We shouldn't linger. And he'll double move, but he's gonna try to mechanically, this is weird because we're initiative order, but he wants to move as a group so that he can continue to benefit from the poor man's channel, fast healing,
As soon as we start moving, it stops.
Yeah.
I have to concentrate, so it doesn't
Oh,
work.
do you?
Yep, so it's basically I just have to cancel my turn.
I'll switch to a invocation of fast healing then, though, for them. So
Okay.
that while we're walking, they can heal up a little bit. Or jogging, running, moving. What's my movement? I'm hasted, yeah?
Yes.
So let's see here. Haste is 40 and then 80.
That brings us to Oran.
He'll chase after.
Yep, so you are still in difficult terrain.
I have Earth Glide. Does that help? Or I can burrow.
Yeah, I guess you can burrow.
I have burrow 20 feet.
Earth Glide will also... You just have that as a permanent thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should you can pass through stone, dirt, or almost any other sort of earth except metal as easily as a fish swims through water.
Yeah, so you just go underground and start moving. Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Traveling at a speed of 5 feet, though, for Earth Glide.
Oh, so that's not going to work.
But the other one should let him. What's that one called?
Well, I have
Burrow.
burrow
It's just
20 feet.
Yeah, it's just a movement speed, basically.
It's the same movement speed as my normal movement speed. So I can go... I can double move 40 feet, right? Is that right?
You're hasted, too.
Oh, then I can go, 80 feet?
And if Jace will allow it, technically you're out of the 30 feet, but in my head we're running together, so maybe you...
Yeah, I would say that you could, you're functionally readying or delaying, for all intents and purposes.
Bye, Jessup!
It's Jessup's turn, if whatever he wants to do as he begins performing and everybody leaves.
Yep, so I don't know if it wastes...
You just, whatever round you started is expended and you don't get the effect, but...
All right, so I guess I'll move 10 feet and then up to another 30. Well, there I am.
All right. Top of the round, it is Kieran's turn.
Okay, I'm going to full attack, I guess.
Okay.
Full attack grappled. All right, so first bite attack is a 30. Hasted
Okay.
bite attack is a 25.
Okay.
First claw is the 31. Second claw is a 23. First wing is a natural 20, but a 24 to confirm. And second wing is a 21.
Okay. So the 30, the 31, and the 30 hit. You don't get any confirmations and all the others miss.
Okay, so one bite, one claw, one wing.
Yes.
Okay. So bite damage is 14.
Okay.
Claw damage is 15. Bludgeoning, slashing, 6. Acid.
And you already took off all of the bonuses that you were getting from buffs and such.
Yeah, the only thing I have
Okay.
on is haste.
Okay, cool.
Wait, you don't have haste.
Oh yeah, you don't have haste. I forgot about that. Because you were always out of his sight.
Yeah, I miss on everything because I had the other buff on for Faye. So I miss on everything.
The 31 would become a 29?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one would hit because it's grappled as well. So the 21 claw damage goes through.
Yeah. Go, Kieran.
And then I guess technically the crit would still hit.
Oh, yeah, the crit would go through, yeah. Because it was still a natural 20.
21 goes through, and then 12 from the wing.
Okay. And it is its turn.
Not that it matters now, but I don't know if you could even gotten where you were then without haste movement. I don't know.
I wasn't including haste in there. I just have a base 90-foot fly speed.
Gotcha.
Her normal fly is crazy.
Kieran's just a speedy boy.
All right. It is its turn. You're using blind sense to denote its location so you don't see the thing that happens. And then it's just going to maintain the grapple with a, yeah, it does.
Although,
Easily.
Jason, actually,
What?
I forgot.
What?
I'm not using... This is so confusing. I'm using the form of the dragon fly speed, so it's actually true. I wouldn't have been able to get that far. Because the form of the dragon fly speed is only 60 feet. It's not
Does that
my natural
override
wings.
your normal fly speed?
I don't know, because my fly speed comes from the wings from my bloodline. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know, because it seems weird that doing that would nerf your speed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because do you possess an inherent fly speed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has
then
wings.
yes, then is your fly speed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it goes down. I think
Okay. I mean, I'm cool with that. I wasn't sure because I actually used it's the spell-like ability.
Think about like if you had something that gave you like, unless it was a plus, but something that just gave you a movement speed of 30, for example. If you already had a movement speed of 40, it wouldn't go down to 30. You know.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Yes, so it maintains the grapple.
Yes, so it maintains with the grapple dealing 14 damage. And because it maintained, it gets all of its rake attacks, which it has to actually roll those individually as well. So that's going to hit. That's going to hit. That's going to hit. I think it has to roll a natural one to miss these. So those all hit. Those are all in the 40s.
Yes.
So you will take 15 damage, 14 damage, 15 and 16 damage.
So wait, what's the first 14?
From maintaining the grapple.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, so 14 plus 15 plus 14 plus 15 plus 16.
Yes.
All right. I'm down.
Okay. It is going to drop you and then begin 5-foot stepping away. That was its full run action, so it can't move action, but it's gonna begin moving again. Gideon, it is your turn. You can, at this point in the distance, see Kieran fall to the ground, and then the creature step around the corner.
Well, we're gonna keep jogging down. Yeah. Well, I guess we could run too. Technically,
You could. It's a straight line.
we'll run to Kieran.
Okay. Oran, what's going on from you?
Yes.
You just moving over?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jessup?
Just double move.
Brings us to the top of Kieran's round. Sarah will have to GM roll me if she is dead or not. If she is not dead, she gets the fast healing. If she is dead, she does not get the fast healing. Regardless, she's not going to be conscious. So it's going to go to the creature's turn. And the creature, since she's unconscious, it knows how slow you guys are. It's just going to continue running away at this point.
Oh my gosh.
So once again, it runs and it's out of sight around the corner there, which brings us to Gideon.
Did my fast healing seem to have an effect?
I don't know. Let me look at Kieran's sheet.
It did not. He's dead.
Oh
I hit my
gosh,
con
it-
exactly.
Oh, you did. I just looked
And
at
it actually will be worse when I come out of dragon form because I get a bonus to con, so I would have likely died anyway. Well, I mean, maybe not, but I did hit my con.
So,
Good thing you got that scroll.
yeah.
Yeah, you just have to wait for me to come out of dragon form before you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Gideon, you don't see any of the wounds heal.
I mean, I feel like they would still heal, but he's just dead.
I'm just like flavoring it as his invocations only work on living creatures.
Oh, that's fair.
He'll 5-foot step, or not 5-foot step.
That
he'll
is not
move.
a freaking 5-foot step. That
He'll
was a 40-foot step, sir.
Yeah, well, he'll 40-foot bound.
Hasted 5-foot step.
Let's just do this again. Now Gideon runs ahead, and the creature has
There.
to turn around.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
Can he see it?
Yeah, you can see it just on the other side of the walkway.
He wanted that badly to kill it, Kieran. Let's judge some distance here.
It's 130 feet away.
You cannot make it. There's no way.
Yeah, even with haste, none of you guys are catching up to this thing.
Yeah.
And you know that.
We're going to go ahead and use Bone Shaker.
Bone Shaker.
Yeah, because that's got a 100-something feet radius, so
Yeah, it's long enough.
that's a fortitude save for that spell. That is a 37 fortitude. So he takes...
Halves of 36.
Okay.
Still up.
Yep. Brings us to Oran.
Hi, that's me.
You see that Kieran is down, and Gideon just kind of kicked his corpse to the side as he continued on.
He just ran right over it, actually. Just stomped right over it as he went through.
Yep.
He checks out. I, too, will run and kick over his body.
So you double move up. Yep. So you can see it in the distance as well.
I bet that hurts a little bit more than Gideon.
Yeah. That brings us to Jessup at the back there. He's begrudgingly following.
Moving along.
We're getting there. We're there.
Okay. We're skipping over Kieran's turn. On the creature's turn, Gideon, since you actually have to visually look at it, you know you're outside of the range of the gaze, but you're looking at the creature. You see that some of its wounds begin to heal up a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Come back and face us, coward.
And it runs off the map
Coward.
out of sight.
It is as I thought before. The beast will get away if it wants to. It heals itself. We are not equipped for that fight.
Can't hear you back here. I mean, I can't hear you.
We're not equipped for that fight. Tell me, when will we ever be equipped for that fight, if not now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys definitely got close. The fast healing every round, though, basically kept it right on the brink.
Well, that's why I pressed the attack, because I figured if it was running away, it had to be low, and I was hoping I could get...
If your other attacks had hit, you would have probably been able to bring it down.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Fey buff has attack stuff. I thought it was just other stuff. I forgot to turn it off, so that's my bad.
So you guys can kind of get around. I will allow Jessup a retroactive knowledge arcana check, because he did see the creature, and now that he can look back at the creature.
Well, I saw the inside of its mouth, really.
Well, you never got swallowed by it. Like, you saw it when it grabbed you for like 6 seconds before going unconscious.
So what'd you say to roll again?
Knowledge arcana.
35?
35. You are able to identify the creature and get one piece of information. That creature looked like it was maybe a unique variant of a creature that is known as a Bandersnatch. And specifically, you would know that this is actually a variant of a lesser Bandersnatch. They are typically neutral, huge magical beasts. You can ask one question about lesser Bandersnatches.
So there's even a lot stronger ones than that one.
Yeah, so the lesser Bandersnatch is a CR 13, and the normal Bandersnatch is a CR 17. This was kind of in between. It was a unique lesser Bandersnatch, so it was stronger than a lesser, but it wasn't quite a full Bandersnatch.
Still, though, that's what, CR 15-ish? That should have been a standard encounter?
It wasn't too much above you.
It wasn't necessarily the creature, it was the environment we were in.
Yeah, the environment didn't help.
It was ill-equipped also, too, because we didn't pre-buff or anything.
Yeah, you do get one question about
Oh,
them if
I'm
you
sorry.
want.
I don't know. Tell me something cool, I suppose.
So, beyond the stuff you already know, you know they have gaze attacks that could cause confusion. You know that they have, when they hit you with their quills, they cause pain, which sickens you. You know they have pounce, you know they have rake, you know they have rend. You know they have a bunch of attacks. Some cool things about them is they have bounding charge, so that when they charge, they don't care about difficult terrain. And their tail is a ×3 crit, so that would have been fun. But the highest I rolled on the tail was a 19, and they only crit on a 20 for the tail. So you guys didn't have to worry about that. And I guess one other just kind of quick cool thing is
what's that swift action nonsense that I had
Yeah,
there?
they have an ability called Lash Out, which is, as a swift action, a lesser Bandersnatch can make a single attack with a bite, claw, or tail slap. It cannot do this on a charge, so I was only ever doing it with like full round actions or other stuff, but not on a charge. So that's kind of cool. Oh, and Gideon knows that they have fast healing of some sort.
Yeah. Gideon will hit this pillar of frustration.
the wall collapses and you are all stuck in rubble and die. Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Oran,
Yes?
Kieran is dead. We must expend another race dead spell.
Oh, quite so. Okay. And I'll guess just dismiss my Earth Elemental form.
I assume that's dismissible.
If not, I mean, we could wait. It's minutes per level, so it'll.
It is dismissible. Yeah, there's a D there, so you can get rid of that.
Okay. So I'll dismiss that.
Yeah, in a one-on-one fight, Oran probably would have been able to beat it. It's just his speed couldn't keep up with it.
There's no way I was going to keep up with it. Yeah.
But in a all-out brawl, Oran probably could have beaten it himself.
Yeah, that's the frustration though with slow characters you just deal with. Full plate guys and dwarves.
Yep.
And I guess I'll just stand over this dragon and poke it with a stick until it turns back into Kieran.
Okay. So you're using a raised dead scroll?
Yeah, I'll take it off my sheet
Okay. So Kieran comes back to the living life.
with 2 negative levels, right?
Yes.
A scroll of restoration will get rid of one of them.
Yes.
Then you gotta wait a week.
Yes.
Well, Jessup will restart his soothing performance now.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you use a scroll of restoration, Gideon?
I have one and I can cast it. Is there a check involved? Should I give it to the cleric?
I don't think there's a check involved for restoration, no.
I think our reserves are diamond dust are getting low also, are they not?
Jessup doesn't have any. He used them on the greater restoration.
On the greater, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough left for greater.
All the more reason then.
Yeah, I mean, I have one as well, so.
Yeah, because the scrolls include the material, so.
So you taking that off your sheet, Gideon?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So only 1 negative level.
Okay. So 1, 2.
So it's 2 fails, yeah.
Okay. And then
See, rolling for spell slots after coming back from the dead is so much easier for spontaneous because you just lower the number you have for the day rather than looking at your prepared spells.
yeah.
So annoying for a prepared spellcaster. So yeah, you guys are out of combat. You guys start healing up, and you see Kieran come back to life. What would you all like to do?
How long does my second last?
Until you get rid of the quills, which you have 3 of.
So what is it? It's you can't get rid of them?
It is a heal check.
Oh, I can do that.
Yep, full round action. Give me a heal check.
30.
30. You are able to. Who are you doing that on, Kieran or Gideon?
Oh, Gideon.
Okay, you exceed the DC by 10, so you actually managed to get all 3 out in 1 full round action.
Okay. Then I'll turn my sights on Kieran. 31.
And you're able to get them out of Kieran as well.
Thank
Yay.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that was frustrating, wasn't it, gentlemen?
Yes, it was very frustrating.
No, I think I had a very good time.
Oh, did you? At least you didn't get grappled or petrified or die this time.
No, I did get grappled.
Oh, that's true.
You mean eaten alive? You swallowed whole? You know, that's another thing that's happened to us quite often.
I've been eaten before.
Yeah, I died again. You know, it's just a normal Tuesday, Toils Day.
Is it Toils Day?
I don't have any idea what day it is, Jessup. I've lost complete track of what year it is, what day it is. Everything is all just blurred together, and I'm hoping by the end of this, should I survive, I can get back onto some sort of normal schedule. I don't even know what time of day it is. I just feel exhausted all the time.
Well, we should do what Oran would like and take a nap, even though we just rested.
I think we could afford a moment to slow down. But rally, men. We've done fine so far. We did defeat many a foe. It's just one that evaded us.
Oh, no. There were those 3 others that each evaded us.
Yeah, them too. Sure.
I mean, I think it's a perfect opportunity to look through what's at this door. I mean, we're already right here, obviously. It's just calling our names. We might as well just pull a band-aid off and go through.
Feeling pugnacious.
I mean, I'm fine. Let's do this.
All right. I guess we're all pretty gung-ho today.
I was
Might
being
guess we'll go in there.
sarcastic. Okay.
You know, I once heard of a story of a young chap named Leroy Jenkins.
I mean,
All
believe
right,
it or
let's-
not, Oran really is fine to do it. I mean, I didn't take any damage, and I still have quite a few spells left.
Oh, sure, Oran. We'll have time for that. But I must say, it has been a long time since I think we've allowed the bard to tell a tale.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
care to regale us with the story of the hero, Leroy Jenkins? Sounds quite
Leroy
interesting.
Jenkins.
I think
Real-
that is a story to share if we survive the day.
Real quick, Jessup, with your echolocation, you can actually sense two creatures that are quivering in fear on this couch.
Wendell and Meryl.
Oh, I laid on them.
And Oren, as you go to move over to that couch, you actually bump into Wendell
Oh.
because he's right. You forget to the right one here.
Ah.
Yeah, because he's right here and Meryl's right here.
So wait, they're just cowering in fear?
Yeah, so when you bump into Wendell, Oren, he's just, oh, and then he kind of pops out of invisibility, and you can see that they are terrified, like practically paralyzed in fear.
From what?
Wendell kind of looks around and says, oh, that creature, that was the one that attacked the Quickling village and killed the other Quicklings.
All the more reason it's frustrating we didn't kill it.
I'm sorry we could not avenge your fallen ones.
No. Wendell apologizes that Wendell did not help. Wendell was just very, very, very scared, remembered what happened, and Wendell just ran, and Wendell apologizes.
No apology. Gideon will put out his hand and just kind of put it on his chest by his heart, and will use his remove fear ability.
Okay.
Very brave, Wendell. Do not lose sight of that.
And he chases after it.
Yeah, it has a side effect of invigorating courage.
It's invigorating stupidity. Yay, run!
So Wendell, you can see that his shaking kind of dies down a little bit, and he says, yes, Wendell does apologize, but it was a very traumatic experience when the creature attacked the village. But Wendell will try to help more in the future. Hopefully, the creature just does not come back.
It is wise to know your limits, Wendell. But I encourage you. I believe it is also noble to find your hidden strength. That is what my goddess teaches me.
Yes. When Wendell and Quicklings are used to being able to run from things, but when that creature attacked it seemed we knew where we were, even if we were hiding, and it hunted us down.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to be extra careful should we see it again. We know what it's capable of now, so hopefully we can put it down and not be in an area that is impeding our movement, because for me that was the worst part to start. I just couldn't get close to it to attack it.
I couldn't see it at all until it was behind me, and then it started chomping on me.
Just overall, the terrain was not to our advantage.
What is this train you speak of?
Terrain.
Oh! Ha! Silly me. I was like,
The train was not to our advantage.
I was so
Where did this train
confused.
come from? How did it get down here?
I felt like it was a train with its pounce attacks.
Right? I would imagine, Jessup, that a train would be something very, very large and very heavy, and you wouldn't want to get hit by it.
Fangwood Express coming
I
through.
think I've heard of it before.
Yeah, basically, every single fight that we have, it feels like that is hitting us. That's why I am perpetually exhausted.
Unironically, with a 25 engineering and as a bard, he probably has heard of like stuff similar to that in like the mana wastes and
Yeah, right.
stories.
Yeah. Because tech does exist in Galarian. It's
Yeah,
not
I don't
everywhere.
know if they have trains, but they definitely are close.
Real close. And then there's also there's a lot of places that are kind of Renaissance era technically in Galarian. Like there's a lot of room for innovation in tech, especially in like Absalom and other places. Like that definitely screams to me as like some are even close to industrialization.
Yeah, and it's always funny to think about it this way, but technically speaking, Earth exists in the world of Pathfinder. So planar travelers could technically have traveled to Earth and seen actual trains.
Oh my god, so that a minute ago I typed in there like I'm surprised how many of the AP's creatures come from literature. Wouldn't it be funny to try and have like that basically the authors of those books had somehow come to Pathfinder to the world at some point and saw the creatures and then worked them into their literature when they somehow got back to Earth?
That or a creature cast a spell like Dream or Nightmare.
Well, that would make even more sense because Alice in Wonderland is a dream. And so the Bandersnatch is from Alice in Wonderland. So that would be really interesting that perhaps the Bandersnatch casts Dream on Alice.
If you're interested in that kind of stuff, there's a couple of APs, but like Strange Aeons and others, there's a lot of through the astral realm and astral projection, there's a lot of links that exist between Earth and a couple of the other planes. And then there's also
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's also a really cool comic book series that I want to read and I haven't read that I think combines the He-Man universe, heroes from historical fiction, and heroes from Pathfinder, and they get summoned to this planar arena where they kind of like give glory to Gorham and Pharasma somehow and fight for their worlds or whatever else, and they all get summoned there.
So one, I believe it is canonical in Pathfinder lore that if you were to play, I guess maybe minor lore spoilers for the Egypt AP.
Yeah.
What's that one called?
Yeah.
Mummy's Mask.
Mummy's Mask. I think it is canonical that the Egyptian pantheon in Pathfinder, it's that they disappeared for a period from Galarian, and that period exactly coincides with Earth's historical reign of Egypt.
Yes.
And then they returned during the fall of Egypt. So it's almost like those gods left Galarian, went to Earth for a time, and then came back only during the Egyptian period. So I think that's canonical.
Yeah, it's one of the very few ones, too, that if you read anything about it, they say that the culture of Osirian it is explicit. All the other ones draw kind of inspiration from other cultures, but Osirian is mentioned as like, it is Egyptian. None of the others are nearly as explicit. Like Galt is obviously French Revolution. Like there's other parallels, but that one is very explicitly said it's Egyptian. It's the same.
Yeah. And the second thing, as Josh said, there are some APs that go between realms and whatnot. Minor spoiler for the GCP's playthrough of Strange Aeons, but one of their PCs for Strange Aeons made a character whose backstory is that he is from Earth and via some Lovecraftian stuff got like sucked into Galarian and is now
Isekai'd.
Yeah, he was an alchemist, so he's got like he flavored it as like Earth technology for bombs, and he's just got pulled in. So yeah, you guys spend some time kind of cooling off after that encounter.
Gideon's going to collapse on the couch and enter a state of meditation / grumbling / like, I guess technically prayer, as he's going to kind of just make some tea and just kind of like try to chill out.
There's a rotting head fruit just looking at you.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that still here? Jessup,
yeah, the
like,
tree is still there,
start...
so the head fruits are they're just looking at you.
It's all right. It's quite macabre, but honestly, what better decoration to match our lives and our aesthetic than this?
Can head fruit go ripe?
Don't eat another one.
No,
hand you.
He kind of like gags.
Hand you a cup. Tea.
Oh, thank you.
So for real, are we not going to go through that door, or are we going through that door?
Surely we must.
We have to.
Well, as someone I knew once said, right, chumps? Thumbs up, let's do this.
Thumbs up, let's do this.
Who was that? Who said that?
Is this the famed Leroy Jenkins?
It actually was Cicero after a few bottles of mead when we got up on a Malthuni and... sorry, Kieran.
You okay? Oran? That's like the
Honestly,
fifth time.
You've really been having a night,
Oran, I think... Is it the tea?
All I'm doing is holding my mic. So when I do that, it makes a sound. When I do this.
I've heard the fable stories of halflings passing gas. But
Yeah, we're gonna flavor that all night. Oran has had gas. Like, anytime he swung his slam, it was an earth elemental fart.
It was when he was elemental. It was just dust coming out. Sandstorm.
Smells like earth in here.
Oh, Gideon, don't eat whatever he had because in that armor it will loom.
Secretly, he was sneaking face fruit.
Oh, that's gotta
It makes
be
Jessup
rank.
nauseous. It just gives Halfling gas.
All right, I intend to face this next struggle a bit more prepared, even if I end up expending spells I have wasted. So when we feel like we are making headway on the door, let me know.
Let's see if there's anything I'd like to cast beforehand. Probably not.
Oh, I got a host of buffs I'm gonna throw out. I'm done. We're playing games.
Yeah, so as you guys are deciding your buffs, I'll just kind of describe this. So like choking vines and ropey fungi kind of seal the entrance here. There's also a thick chain and a padlock and a single horned skull that hangs from a sloppily written wooden sign on the barricade. And the sign says, "Danger, do not release" in Sylvan. You know that the barricade here is pretty thick, but you could probably break it down with a little bit of work if you wanted. The padlock is of superior quality, so you'd have to try very hard to break that or pick that.
Does Wendell know what's in there?
Wendell and Meryl both shake their head if you ask them. They're like, "No, we haven't been here before." And Meryl says, yes, they did not let us in there. We were stuck in that cage and being experimented on the whole time.
You might want to turn yourselves invisible.
They disappear.
Yeah, I think even with my lackluster disabled device, Jessup could not pick that with a 20. So I think, isn't that one of the favors we can ask Wendell and Meryl, is to pick a lock?
I would include that. Yeah, it'd be close enough. I'd say so if you wanted to do that.
Could I provide guidance to that? I won't help a ton, but I hope so.
I think I can maybe get to 40 with like buffs and stuff, so I don't really think I'm going to be able to hit like a 45 or 50 DC.
So a 1's not going to make a difference?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, Wendell can go up there and he'll do a golly, that disabled device check. I hadn't even looked at.
Well, I guess collectively beforehand, does that sound reasonable? To waste a favor for them to pick the lock, or do you guys want to try to bash the lock off? I don't know if you can even do that.
No, it's not a waste. This is one of Wendell's hidden strengths, and it's good for him to do this.
Well, I did not mean a waste as in a waste of talents, but with 4 favors, would we like to utilize one for the door?
He looks to the other two.
Yes.
Yep, that works for me.
Did you hear him, Wendell?
Oh yes, Wendell's actually right here in front of the door already.
You're quiet too.
Yes, just give me 1 second, and he will take 10 and succeed.
Wow.
All right. Start casting some buffs.
I said that he could do it, and I was like, I know his disabled device is high, but I don't remember what it was. And I looked at the number, and I was like, holy.
Well done, Wendell. I'm very proud of you.
Yes, Wendell's very good at opening things like this. Very dexterous hands. Yes.
Oh yes, very dexterous.
Jessup looks at Gideon. After you.
All right. And he'll push open the door after he also casts Everless Armor.
Yeah, you kind of take off the padlock, the chains collapse, and the ropey vines begin to collapse one by one as well, and it shows just a very bare wooden barricade there, and you slowly push it open, and I will reveal the room beyond, because now we can open the whole map now.
Out of curiosity, I know not everybody's lawful in our group. Is anybody chaotic in our group?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've discussed that.
Have we?
Jessup is chaotic.
Is Jessup chaotic?
Yeah.
Gideon has got a chaotic aura, but he's technically neutral. He just gives off chaotic energy.
What does that spell you do again, Des? Is that what you're asking?
No, I just have a spell called Shield of Law, but I guess it wouldn't hurt you.
No.
Thanks.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt you. Well, no, it wouldn't hurt you.
Okay.
No, I don't think Shield of Law does any damage or anything, so...
No, so it shouldn't actually bother him. Okay.
No.
Wait, you have Shield of Law?
Yeah.
You have level 8 spells? Or is this a domain? Or how do you have this?
I do have level 8 spells, and
It's
it
a
is a
15th level
domain
cleric.
spell for me. I have both of those, bud. Yeah, right. Like, first off, it's a domain spell for me. Secondly,
Huh?
yeah, I have access to
Yeah, it's a pretty good
level
one.
8 spells.
All right. So yeah, Gideon, as you open this and you look inside, you see that the interior of this chamber, it looks like it was probably some sort of parlor with like reclining couches and tables and cabinets and crystal decanters and all that sort of stuff. But all of those furnishings have been shredded and shattered, and you can see there's just rubble on the floor alongside the dismembered remains of what appear to be several redcaps and an Anko, which you've fought before. As soon as you guys open the door and light begins to go in, you immediately begin hearing a buzzing noise, which grows louder and louder as you see little tiny creatures begin flitting into the air and coalescing into a swarm of little flying creatures, and you can see all of them are holding small little pliers.
Oh no, it's tooth fairies. It's a tooth fairy
As a swarm of tooth fairies
Yes.
coalesces in the center of the room, and that is where we will pick it up next week.